Now let's see if this works. You go on, come on, click. I clicked, but nothing happened. How disturbing that is. Okay, wait for it. Let's see if this works. Stand by. You go on, click that button. Click. I clicked, but nothing happened. I should get some feedback here. Let me cancel that. There's Coin Dragon. Hey, baby, how are you? I'm getting some work done. There's plenty of stuff going on YouTube, but it's auctions and stuff and sales. Well, give people a chance to do their thing. But if you'd like, let me get that link over here for Rivendell. He's got a show going on, a multi-channel show. Is that it? Let me open that up.
This is 1998.
Oh, stop. There you go. Okay. How do I copy this? I don't know, man. There it is. Copy. I'm going to copy that and paste that over here in chat. There's Rivendell. That's the link here. He's having a sale right now with multi-channels. If you want to get into there, hey, that's your thing. Imitation is a most sincere form of flattery. Well, how else would you do it if you want to get a few people together and have a Saturday afternoon? That's the way to go. Okay, let's see. And then I got the link for this show. And this is me. Copy. And I can paste it here. There. So if you want to join here and chat, because I'm just doing my thing, and there's plenty of it, let me tell you. Let's see. I need the Saratogas, right? Yeah. There's Saratogas. Because I got more paper. Look at this. This is beautiful. I love this. I got more paper, so I was able to print up more of the inserts, right, that I put in the quarters. Ta-da! So I can finish those up. Because God knows I need them, let me tell you. Yeah, print up the whole sheet and then slice them and then dice them. And then I can put them in the holders, and then I can get these things out the door. All right, so if you want to join in, there, you got the link is right there. Good luck typing that in. You might do better just to click it. What time's a hurricane party? That hurricane's going to miss us. Dude, now they're saying it's going to go out to sea and end up in the Carolinas or some darn thing. Shucks, I was hoping for some excitement in my life. No, back to dreary drabness for me, I guess. Yeah, it's a good storm. It's up to, what, a Cat 4 or some darn thing? The Cape Hatteras is going to be screwed up. Dude, they are so in trouble. Does it really make sense to put a multi-million-dollar home right there on the, here's Sally, right there on the shore. How are you?
Good, how are you?
All right. We had a great show last night, I thought.
That was fun.
That was interactive. That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
We're seeing such evolution in these streams. I'm really liking that. People are able to jump on in. They get the link. They come on in. Ask questions live. I think that's the way I really want to. That's what I envision for the coin Q&A is people can get on and ask questions live. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, there's Singalicious.
You got to pop out chat here.
Yep.
There you go.
It just had 5, says Dragon. Yeah, Dragon doesn't get much for hurricanes up there, you know, being inland from Lake Superior.
Oh, yeah. What's the latest report on that?
I forget. It's like the biggest event to not happen.
Hi, Les. Hi, Linda.
And it went belly up. It's bust. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my little Pookie Poo.
It really sucks for me because I got a truckload of bottled water I was going to sell for $50 a case. Man.
Oh, man. Are you turning into a prepper?
Well, it's, you know, it makes good sense. You take it down, right? You got to have gas to get there and back because every place south of here right now is out of gas. It never fails. You get the hurricane alarm, everybody goes and fills up. Everybody, right? Because just in case we have to leave. And if they do have to leave, well, we got I-10 on the East Coast and I-75 over here on the West Coast. You got 2 lanes. 2 lanes, that's it. On each side, you got 15 million people that have to evacuate. And what do you run out of? You're going to run out of food. You're going to run out of gas, and you can't get on the highway and move. And it never fails.
Mhm.
Never. And they just keep moving to Florida and saying, geez, I like the idea of no freaking taxes, no income taxes, a really cheap standard of living, you know, cheap land, cheap homes, cheap food, cheap everything, constant sunlight, warm temperatures, no snow ever. Yeah, that's what Florida is. I like it. We'll get clouds and rains in Atlanta. Jeff Stanley's in Atlanta. Yeah, I'm inland, right? If this is Florida, I'm like right up here. No, this is the panhandle. I'm up here. I'm about as far inland as you can be without being in Georgia. Still be in Florida. I missed by one. Here we go.
What are you looking at?
I'm putting together these things, cut them up, putting them in, getting ready to put the quarters into the flips. Cause I got these things printed off finally, and I can finish what I started, which is good because people are saying I'll take some of those. Paula, she's so cute, ain't she?
I know.
Oh,
She's all cheeks. Cheeks and eyes. That's what she is.
There it is. All right, I can probably put that link up again if you want to join in, because we're just chatting up a storm. There it is. It'll be fun. Okay, I got those. So there's those. They're ready. I'll set those over here. I got the paper cutter so I can get these things nice and straight and tight. But man, it takes every bit of concentration for me to cut a piece of paper straight. I got this massive pile over here of just clippings. Okay, there's a scissors. Get one.
I have one of those fancy, paper cutter things, one of those fancy ones, and I still can't cut it straight.
Yeah, I need a laser. That's what I need.
It's got lines on it and everything, and I still can't get it straight. Oh,
Linda says, build underground homes. Well, that's the thing. It's Florida. Most of the place is like at 4 foot sea level. So, it's sand. So you really can't dig without hitting water. Underground, you can't do it. Up here, we got an elevation of 60 feet. One of the highest points in the state. Yeah. If global warming raises sea level, dude, I'm screwed. It'll be nice beachfront property for a little while, but a couple more feet, and I'm underwater.
Well, underground homes wouldn't do me any good because what's worse, my fear of drowning or my fear of being buried alive?
Well, you got those volcanoes up there.
Yeah.
You get that Crater Lake. You got
Mount Rainier or Mount St. Helens, Shasta,
Chicxulub. Oh, you got it all up there. That place is just, you're screwed. When the end of the world comes, it's going to come there first.
Got that Cascadia. Yep. Cascadia fault line.
Yeah. Bigfoot.
But I'm east of I-5 and they say everything west of I-5 would be destroyed. So I might, have to live. It might be like Waterworld around here.
The smokers.
The smoker.
Oh, gosh, is that the worst movie of all time?
That was a great movie. What are you talking about? I loved that movie.
Let's get some jet skis and an old rusty oil tanker. And Dennis Hopper says he'll be in.
And it made for a heck of a show at Universal Studios, let me tell you.
It wasn't operating when I was there.
It's the best.
It was, I guess their pumps weren't working or something, or one guy drowned. I forget exactly what the story was.
Oh, yikes. Well, they have that plane that they have rigged on like it's like a full-size plane and they have it rigged on like a slingshot type thing. And it actually like comes in over the top of the stadium and lands in the water. It's really very cool. It's like a pulley system, like slingshot and pulley. It's very cool. Yeah, it's very cool. It's a good show.
I've been down there. When was I down there last? 2001, 2, 3, 4, 15 years since I've been down there. Look, Cindy joined us.
Cindy.
Delicious.
Yay.
You're quiet or you're muted?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
How are all with you?
I am alive.
There's your pretty face that we haven't seen in forever.
Yeah. You've been a stranger. There's Hector.
She's been smart. She's avoiding.
No, I've been
Avoiding everything.
sick, but I'm alive.
You've been sick.
Yes, I've been like really sick.
I've been sick and tired.
Oh, that too.
That's different though. That's a complaint thing.
Yeah, we do that. Ken and I will get on and just complain to each other for an hour every morning.
I
It
don't
works.
do a thing with my hair or my nails. I'm such a wreck.
I know.
Calgon, take me away.
Oh, Calgon.
That's how it usually works.
Do they still
Where-
sell Calgon?
I'm sure they do, but I always wondered, where does it take you to? That's one of the weird things.
Takes you to pink, blissful, silky smooth goodness.
It's one of those mystery places. Waving all the way from California. Hector's in California. Now he's that school teaching guy that was talking about setting up a coin club with the students.
Hector is a smart dude, let me tell you. I've had some nice long conversations with Hector. I really enjoyed him. He's a smart guy.
This stuff. What's this? Oh man, it's more coin. There's a 1910 and very fine. There's a 1921S, a 1922. Okay. That goes in this box. I got to separate everything out because I just clean up the desk and stuff in the box. And then I wonder, why can't I find anything? Okay, more flips.
We are kindred spirits, I'm telling you.
Oh,
I think we are actually more we're more of the normal coin collectors. I really do believe that because it seems to be kind of, we all have that issue, except for Cindy. She's probably really super organized. I've seen her binders and stuff.
Oh God, I am not organized.
Are you taking a picture of me, Cindy? What are you doing?
No, I'm looking at that.
Selfies?
Oh, I got this.
Oh,
I want something on SJ.
so did I. Sent it to you.
And it arrived.
I want a t-shirt.
Aha, that explains it. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Let's open that up. Okay, because we're going to put this in the big show.
Man, I really tried to win that t-shirt on Mally Man's, on M.A. Lyman's Mally Man. I still, on Mike's Mally Man, M.A. Lyman's stream. It was like quadruple extra large or whatever, but I thought, God, that'd make a cute dress.
There's room for the whole community.
I could just throw a belt around it,
There
Come
it is.
on.
What you got here? I buy coins.
There you go.
Ta-da.
That's it.
It says the same in the back, but it's in black. There we go. You wear this around and people say, I have some coins. Will you buy them?
I
Sure.
actually wore that for about 5 minutes during my garage sale, but it was way too hot.
Yeah, I can imagine so.
So I just put up a sign. I put up a sign, said, I buy and sell coins.
There you go. We'll get that out. I'm going to put that back here with the bunny ears.
Frank, I can't wear that shirt around my neighborhood. I don't blame you.
There we go. Oh, and we got more stuff. Oh, what's this? It says me. Oh, and there's a note. She always puts notes in there. Thank you, Cuds. I'm a guy. We don't think to do this sort of thing. It says, thank you for all your support and congrats on your something. On your what? Can you read
Win?
that? On your congrats on your your win.
Congrats on your win.
That must be it. Okay. Thank you, SJ.
She's got the writing of a serial killer.
I'll just keep this and put it in the next package I send out. That'll work great that way.
I used to send you cards with every package too, and then we became friends, and I found it unnecessary.
I don't need to send him nothing.
Oh, your package I'm sending you now is getting out of control. I don't know what to do.
Oh, look. Another Linda Wallace necklace. Look, there's SBA herself.
Have you seen the Kennedy ones that she made?
I think there's one here on the desk somewhere.
I think she made some Ikes too, man. Those are like bling bling.
That'll make you hunchback if you wear them too long. There it is. There it is. Nothing says prunes like Susan B.
Oh.
Anthony.
Nothing says like diarrhea like Susan B.
Right.
Anthony.
Let's talk about diarrhea.
Let's talk about diarrhea.
You ever see
Cindy.
those commercials? You get that doctor pretending guy. He's on the commercial, and he gets all serious. I want to talk to you about diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
If you're sliding into third and you feel a great
And you feel a big turd, diarrhea. When you're sliding into first and you feel a sudden burst, diarrhea.
look at a 72 proof set. Dum-da-dum. Oh, did I win this?
What is it?
It's a 1972 proof set.
Oh, you better check that Lincoln cent.
I better check.
Oh, check that $50 too.
And a $50.
Yeah,
We could probably just look at them all.
probably.
I'm out of room here.
Break it out. Break it out.
Snap it. All right, let's look. I got a scope here somewhere. Scope. There it is. What you got here? It's looks to be a nickel. Let me move this thing. It's in the way. There we go. Hey, can I take over the screen for a minute?
When you're walking down the road and your pants explode.
Diarrhea.
We're getting the whole audience is getting involved. Everybody, all together now.
Some people think it's gross, but it's really good on toast. Diarrhea.
Oh,
There we
Karen. Why you gotta go there all the time? You just take it. You just that one little step over the edge.
I
That's
was
all.
just reading what other people wrote.
Yeah, that's got to come out.
What?
That
This?
that yeah, that all of those coins. That case is way too scratched up.
Yeah.
You got to break that out.
Where's the penny? There it is. 1972S. Now, do we have master die doubling on that? I'm going to do a whole class just on master die doubling and the diagnostics on these 72s. It is master die doubling on a proof.
Go look at the U, the
Yeah.
R and the U, and the B in Liberty too. So that one looks okay. No, that you see it on the B.
That's master die doubling.
Yeah,
Let's see if I can move that. Okay, look,
that glares. Gotcha.
these are winners. I'm going to open this baby up.
Remember what I told you. Now,
Yeah, hit it.
one hand on each side. Do it a little. One hand on each side. Little twist, twisty, twisty. There you go. Twisty, twisty.
And save the case for CJ.
Yeah, if you can.
What's he do with the cases?
He puts those inserts that he makes for the W quarters. There you go.
Yeah, but it says United
Perfect.
States proof set on it.
Well,
Okay, I'm
crap.
gonna flip it out. So give me a card. All my cards are busy.
Yeah, that case was pretty scratched up anyway.
Okay. There. Card. I'll take
We
that.
all have that humor, Jeff.
Take that away. There's the other side. Yeah, I'll send it to him anyway. He can prototype it or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Use it for measurement.
Okay.
Oh, Chad's here. Hi, CFA.
CFA. We're just playing. We're looking at stuff.
Yeah,
MVP,
mechanical
that was a good idea.
die doubling.
Okay,
That's
let's see if I got another 72. We'll look at that in just a bit.
I told Ken that he needs to redo all of his coin classes, update them, and make them more, up to date.
User-friendly.
And so,
Let's
what do you
move it
guys?
All right. There's a 1972. Now,
There you
72, you had different ways they packed the things, right? Before, let's see,
Really?
75, they had
We
these
have a
plastic stiffy.
troll. How
right?
cute.
In the mid 70s and into the 80s, you had these things where it's rings upon rings, and you can't get those coins out, dude. It's nuts. Then you got into the later 80s and the 90s, and it went to a cardboard. But to get these out, just give it a tap. There you go. They pop right out, and that way you're not sticking your finger on them, because that's bad luck.
Can we have a troll?
A who?
Yes. Yes.
We have a troll.
You're doing great, Cindy. Say hi and bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for coming in. That one doesn't want to come out. Try the other direction. There, out. And then you can keep these and send it to CJ, and he'll fill it with more stuff.
Camera.
There we go. I wonder why I got such a pile of stuff back here.
So you know,
Okay, we were looking at the penny.
I was saying, just so you know, we're on
Let's look
camera.
at that penny. Now, don't be handling these with your bare hands. Let's look at that penny. Come on, penny. Dun-dun. Let's see if I can get that flipped. You can play with these all day and never touch them with your fingers. All right.
That guy just needs to go bye-bye
Get this-
permanently. Bye-bye.
Okay, doke.
Don't come back, y'all. You hear?
Linda says, hi, hunk.
Pew, pew.
She doesn't call me hunk.
I think she was talking to you.
No, it's
Oh, she said
Yeah.
Chad.
I've been doing
She
my
followed
hair
it up.
more and more like Chad. Let's see up right there. Okay, watch this. We're gonna zoom in on the. Oh, that's the wrong button. How do I get my? Somehow I got to click on this arrow, then I can move it. Right. We're gonna look at the N. This is where it's really gonna show up strong. Right. It's gonna look like an I on top of the N. Right, it would be raised up, and this is a master die doubling. You'll see it on about half of your 1972 coins, including the proofs, right? If I can get the light right, we'll be able to see this real good.
Oops, sorry about that. My family's going nuts over here.
Yeah, there you go. This is gonna be tricky. There we go. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see these separation lines?
No.
That's okay. It's
No?
okay.
Let me see if I
Wait.
can figure.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. This is master die with my arrow. Oh, that's neat. Look what I can do. Ooh, I can make it big. I can make it small. I can move it up, down.
Look at you.
Okay, master die doubling. You start with a Galvano. It's the size of a dinner plate, right? And that's the design of Lincoln or whatever coin you're making. And they use a transcription lathe to reduce it from that Galvano, which is like 9 inches across, down to the top of a master hub, which is 3/4 of an inch. It's the same size and shape as the coin here, right? Then from the master hub, they can make the master die, and they make that just by bashing the hub into the die, right? And they'll do it repeatedly to make sure they get a good, sharp detail. But what if it shifts just a little bit? Then you would have a doubled master die. And everything produced from that master die, right? The working hubs, the working dies, and then the coins would all show the same doubling, which is what you have here. There you go. And there's a spot. That's right out of the mint set. That's not slobber. Okay. The B, it shows up great on the B. You can see just inside the loop. Pardon? Give me a B. That's right. Give me another B. So half your coins will have this. A lot of people, when they're kind of new to the hobby, they understand that there are double dies out there, and they start looking for them. They find them on 1972s, and a lot of time it's going to be this one, because half of the 72 coins, the Lincolns, will have this master die doubling. It is a double die, but it's a master double die. Okay, watch it in the 2. You're going to see in the upper part of the 2, that little thingy right there. There it is, that little extra bit. That's a key indicator. That's a key diagnostic in determining master die doubling. You'll find it out there. Now, some of the real double dies, right, where the working die was doubled, that was hub doubled. Some of those will have master die doubling as well. So now you got master die doubling and a hub doubled working die. Go figure that one out, babies. We better look at this mint mark while we're here. Where are you? That looks straight up and tight. See them bits inside? You get them bits inside the S. Oh, it's gone. That's because the the mint mark on this particular die was sunk in deeply. And that's the bottom of the mint mark punch is what you're seeing in there. Yep, that's what that is. Okay, let's look around. I've got no doubling. I can see nothing evident on the ear. Once again, there, he's got some earwax issues. Is that a cricket in there?
I think so.
Man. Okay, check out the eye. I'm going to check that. I'm going to flip it over and take a look at the other side. Okay, what do I look for here? I'm going to check the dots. That's a key spot I'm going to check. If your dots are extended, right, they look like a kidney bean or a jelly bean, that's a key indicator that you want to give it more attention. The A is kind of neat because I got two lines coming in, but it's not a 90-degree angle. See, on the E, it's 90, but on the A, it's like a 75-degree angle. And that's a great spot to look for splits or rips. And on the S, right there. I'm looking at this bit from here to about, you ready? There. That's the area of interest that I'm focusing on. If you want to identify a lot of these double dives, that's it. That's the area you need to focus on, is just the tip. Right? You don't look at the whole, well, some show up big and they're wonderful and you'll see those, but you got to focus on these little bits. Get into the tiny is what you're looking for. This otherwise looks pretty darn normal. Is that a piece of lint? How'd they get a toenail inside the package? Okay, another one. People, check out that FG. And I got a lot of glare because of the proof. They're tough to show off. Like those sweet 64 DDRs. Yeah, you see that across the whole of the letter. All right, but check the tops of the bays, check the bottoms of the bays. The planters, that's these things. You want to give those a good hard look. And again, you're looking at the corners for doubling. And have a look at these. Sometimes it shows up well in the end. This looks like a perfectly normal proof. Well, that's okay. It's what I needed. I can put that in a holder before I soil it further. Bug in the ear, says Dragon. So what are you doing today, Cindy?
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, my brother calls up and says, what are you doing? I say, nothing. Oh, good. You can help me paint the fence. I said, you don't understand. I'm doing nothing. That's what I plan to do all day.
Yeah, that takes up a lot of my time. Nothing.
Darn right. That's what I'm doing. Are you listening or not? He's never listening. Okay, let's look at the nickel. That's next up on the plate. And a piece of paper. We'll slide that right over onto my card. Once on the card, I flip it up. Oop. Play with it. Yeah, you don't have to handle these. Let me zoom out just a bit. Here's that nickel. Okay, what's it look like under the scope? I don't find a mouse. Let's see. All right, that's it. We're done with. I'm not getting I have no mouse pointer. It's gone. Oh, there it is.
Battery?
No, see the cord?
Oh,
I had a cordless mouse,
whatever.
but it gave me so much trouble. It got hit by the shed.
That darn shed.
Man, there's a whole pile of appliances down there. Okay, what do we see on nickels? Check your FS. Check those little details. Look at your mint mark. So this is right out of the proof set. And we've got little issues. Maybe just little blemishes. This is probably a strike through. Let's see if I can zoom in a little more on that. A lot of times these things they're made and little bits of stuff will be in between the die and the planchet. And they're pretty darn minor, but it looks like this one was just poorly handled up at the mint. Or it's plastic. Where's that loop? No. Like right there at his neck, that's a bit of a strike through. Just some debris that was in there. That's a strike through. Let's see what else we can see. Yeah, I've seen better examples because I got some chatter in here, which looks like it was just handled poorly up at the mint. But it does have this wonderful frosty surface.
Mhm.
That's a wonderful frost. Now, to get the Cameo designation, you got to have this frost across all of the devices, front and back. I'm going to flip it over, look at the back. How you look here. It's a little bit weak here. So it wants to be frosty. I think it's a little bit weak in this area. No, it's good enough. This will qualify. That's a sharp Cameo. You get the devices, even the rim will all be frosty. This is good. But it's got those little bits of chatter on the front. Yep, you get full steps. Yeah, people offer these nickels, these proof nickels, and say it's got full steps. Well, of course it has full steps. It's a proof.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what they look like. If you want to know what full steps looks like on your regular coins, compare it to a proof, and you'll see. Look, the lines go all the way across, and they're unbroken. Yeah, that's a good sharp strike. Proof coins are produced with more detail and greater pressure than business strikes. The dies are replaced sooner, so you don't get the deterioration you do on business strikes. That looks okay. Let's get that put away.
Actually, it's pretty good for government work.
That's good enough for government work.
Mhm.
All right. How do you get a coin into a holder? You don't want to touch it. Okay, we'll go home. I'll put a piece of paper in there. In this case, it's my notes that I want to get some more commemoratives and buffaloes, right? But I'm just going to stuff a piece of paper in there. Now I can take the coin, slide the coin in between the paper and the flip. Whoa, drop it. Oh,
It's not just Facebook, Jeff. It's they do it on YouTube too. Try to get you that. Oh yeah, this proof. Look at that. It's got full steps on
Yeah.
that nickel. It's a proof.
oh. Watch out for coin vault tactics.
Mhm.
There you go. And it's in, and I just tap it down. And I can pull that out. I didn't put my fingerprint all over it. Don't I hate fingerprints on proofs? I like them to be sharp and crisp and light and tight. I like a neat proof. Okay, we had some more. Where'd they go? Are they under here? Probably. Where'd all this stuff come from? This is what happens on the desk here. I get going on one thing, and then, well, I get sidetracked. The Jehovah's came by about an hour ago. They needed my
It's the
attention.
squirrels. All the squirrels.
Man, I get so many squirrels on my desk. It is unbelievable.
I know.
Now this is right out of the proof set. And what do you see? You're going to see a little contact marks. You'll see these. Here's a little discoloration, little toning. Brand new. We open it up right here, and here's a little splash of what? What's this line? That'll need to get attention. There's another little
Is that from the rents?
small. How's that?
Is that from the rents?
No, these were not. These are not plated, so they wouldn't be rinsed. They'll, clean the darn things for sure. It's the handling. They really didn't handle the things that well. I don't know what that is.
Someone spit on it.
Damn it!
Somebody slobbered on it.
You get little
Slobber.
marks just from handling at the mint. But that's a frosty piece.
Listen, I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
I got the hookup for getting kids into coin collecting. I am going to volunteer at my grandkids' elementary school.
Get out. Do you need like pennies and stuff?
I am going to volunteer and I'm going to, try to work my way into maybe doing like a little something.
Teach them how
About-
to collect.
Yeah.
How to make some holders.
Yeah.
How to get every date and mint mark. Where to look for mint marks. Just copy coin class.
Because it's not about my grandkids, it's about the coins.
You gotta spoil those kids, right?
We got to have our priorities straight here. We must. Exactly, Chad.
I need to look at that with a loop.
That looks a little like it needs a little more attention. Of course, we know that with proofs, they're always struck 2-3 times anyway, but you can have doubling on a proof, and they are nice when you find them.
Oh yeah, they're out there, and you can find them in proof sets. But the glare, right? Because you got this deep mirror finish,
Mhm.
and it's just heavily polished. The glare can be distracting sometimes, and you might think, "Geez, that looks funny," and it's just the way the light shines on them. So turn them around, turn them upside down, spin them, change your light source, get the light coming in from a different angle.
Yeah, that light will play tricks with your eyes.
Yep.
Proofs will blind you.
Yeah, if you see splits on a coin and you turn that coin and those splits disappear, you don't have doubling.
No.
It's a good way to test it because you can see it with certain light and certain angles.
Now, in proofs, you have this effect called flat field doubling, right? That's a neat one to find. It's like MD. However, the proofs are putting in so much more pressure that the strikes are enough to flatten the design. So flat field doubling is a kind of a neat distraction. You say, hey, that's funny, and you look at real close, and you say, this looks like a double die. Well, it kind of is, but it's mechanical doubling that's taking it all the way down to the field. Yeah, there's a lot out there that people don't know about, and it's kind of hard to explain if you don't know about them. These look pretty darn normal, and it is frosty. Look at that bird with the bird arm upside down.
I saw that, Jeff. I did see that the U.S. Mint has lesson plans for kids. I'm going to look further into that. Yes. And the ANA also has some stuff. If you're a member, you can go in and do some of the stuff that the ANA has on their website for kids. So it's awesome.
You can get involved as a kid, and you're talking pocket change. The kids will be going through, pennies, whatever mom has in her change purse or the coffee can or whatever. And it's really an inexpensive hobby. I don't know if you've priced those paintball guns. What else do kids do for fun?
Nerf.
Nerf?
The Nerf things. Oh, the Nerf things are ridiculously expensive.
It's like foam.
I'm slowly finding that out. But parents will pay $1 million to not have their indoor knickknacks and stuff broken.
Okay. All right. My grandmother gave me that vase.
We used to just throw rocks around the house.
Man, we had two boys. My older sister, she was 8, 9 years older than me. 8 years. She was 59. I was 67. So she's got 8 years on me. My younger sister, I got 8 years. She was born in 76. So my older sister was pretty much out of the house by the time we got really rambunctious. Here we go. We got a 1972 proof. There's the S. How did I get in there? Look at that S. It's a little bit milky around there. You get this little haze. It's an oxidation layer is what it is. Oh, stop moving. That's a perfectly normal mint mark. You can have repunched mint marks on your proof coins. Well, up until 1985. Remember that they repunched mint marks on the dies for regular coins, business strikes, through 1989. But on the proof strikes, they did it at various years. Like 1985 was the last year they struck mint marks on the pennies. How's that enough? Is that going to screw you up now? There's exceptions to every rule. So what year do you stop looking for repunchment marks on proofs? Well, when in doubt, give it a look. This looks perfectly normal. Yep. That's what I do with every single coin that comes in. Every single one of them, man. But you get to a point where you just, scan it. You check this point over here. You check a point over here. You're sampling it. You check a point down here. You check a point down here. And if you check 4 or 5 spots throughout the coin, you probably inspected enough of it that if there was something there, you probably would have caught it. And still, stuff can get by you. Wow. Nobody's looked at the rim on this. Do we need to look at the rim? Some people will take it all the way. You get into inspecting these things for other people, and you better be checking things like the rim. There's Michael. Hey, baby, how are you? We got a show from SJ. You missed that. I have a couple of A&A convention souvenir coins from '78, still in the original packaging with a bronze token and a '78 Ike. One token is an LBJ, the other is a White House token. Very nice. Slide that in and tap it. That's out of here. And I gotta fold it. Get my fingernails all over the Mylar everywhere. And the last one is the dime. 1972 was a quiet year for dimes. What is that?
Slobber.
It is. It is slobber. What's that? That appears to be a die gouge. But that was slobber, all right. Who is it that opens their BU rolls with a face mask on? That's not so bad an idea. But for 1972, these sets are, what, $4 or $5? I'll probably be okay if I slobber on them just a little bit. What do we got over there? That looks to be, we're gonna look at this spot here. Okay, we got 2 items over here to see. The lower one is kind of a discoloration, that one. And this one up here looks to be a struck through. And dude, it's tiny. I mean, it's not a millimeter. The height of the letters here is a millimeter. So this is like a fraction. It's just this little kiss is all that is. There's nothing there. Okay, let's see. Look at the back. Flip. All right, I'm going to look at the flame. See the points? They're normal. I want to look at the corners of the letters. I don't need to check every single one of them. I'll just check enough that if there's a double die, I probably would have seen something. This looks perfectly normal. And notice I'm moving it back and forth and wiggle it, so I'm changing the light. Nothing to see here, folks. Look, it's a fully split torch. It's a proof. It's going to have that. All right, we'll get that put away. Hi, guys. The boss, wife, is circling my office. Dude, run for your life. Hide under the desk. I need to go attack the honeydew list. Catch y'all later. Good luck, baby. Poor fella. I don't know how you married guys do it. Yeah, we went through that. Oh, well, I'm pretty sure I needed most of the 72s for my own personal set, so I don't have a problem busting that open. There, get that put away. Now we can get this out of the way. I don't know where to. There's a good spot. Yep. Oh, Anna's here. Rich Callie's here. KD Scrapper. Have you got your package yet, KD? I really haven't checked the tracking. I'm imagining by now you got something. KD won. When was that? How long ago was that? KD won the big show. Oh, geez, 2 weeks ago. Captain Jacob won this past week. I'm sure he's got his by now. Yep. And I've lost my screen. There it is. Yes, it was awesome. Make a video. Show the people off what you got. That's a pretty good package. Plenty of stuff in there. Man, you never know what you're going to get. All right. I'm back to this. That was a big, big show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll do the statues next. 2 weeks ago. There's my scissors. There. So this is what I do a lot of days. I just sit here and craft. Got the little piece of the paper. Now I'm working on the full set for every date, every mint mark, every design, so that you could print these off yourself, right? Because you got that coin collector checklist. And it would be nice to have these, to print up yourself, and then you have, you can put your own design on the back, so that you can produce a professional-looking folder for your coins. You put it in.
Again,
Yep,
you got some questions in chat.
I can barely keep up. Hurricane Durian switching, of course. Florida will be spared again. There we go. There's everybody. Bill says Florida will be spared, heading towards Georgia and North Carolina. Run for your lives. Get away from the ocean. It's August. What are you thinking? Okay. Did you just break open a 72 proof set? Yes. And they were sharp and crispy and delightful. A little bit milky on the quarter. Yeah, they're handy. But I'm pretty sure I need some for my little collections back here. And Anna got your coins today. What'd you get? Oh, I think Anna got the quarters. Yeah, we're trying to raise funding for the database. So I've been offering all 5 of the 2015 S quarters. Look, they're uncirculated. I'm not making this up. You've got a mintage of 1.8 million on the Kisatchie. Let's see, 1.0 million on the Blue Ridge Silverhound Parkway quarters.
Blue Ridge Silver.
What Ike dollar, white gold? Said he wanted to see an Ike dollar. I don't know what Ike dollars he was talking about. There's no Ike in the 72, if that's what you're talking
No,
about.
not in the 72 set. 1972, they were putting the Ikes out in blue and brown packages. So if you needed a proof, you had to get it that way to the brown Ikes. What you got? Here's a 72. Dum-da-dum. So I got a bunch of these Ikes I got to put out somehow. I figure I'll put together some starter packs. Some Ikes, some Buffaloes, Mercuries, Indian pennies, because we got piles of those. Dude, you ain't seen this. Have you seen this? How many Indians do you have? There's a whole bunch of Indian pennies. There's some more somewhere.
I'll let you know in a few days.
This place is lousy with coins. It's everywhere.
I think somebody's sending me some.
The white gold?
No, I think somebody is sending me some Indians.
Me?
Oh my God. Did you forget already?
You're sending some Indians?
You are sending me some Indians.
I am. Good thing I wrote. Good thing I made a note of that.
Am I in the same room?
Yeah.
Is this thing on?
Did I go to the wrong room? What happened? What happened?
How many was I sending you?
I don't know. You just said you were sending me some.
Okay.
A million.
There. There's a few in your
And
packet.
that's a billion.
There, I got a note. I'll put it right here with the most important. I do have a package somewhere of really, really important things. I wonder where that went. Huh? What's this? Oh, there it is. This is the really important. There. This is like the 4 reallys. It's stuff that's really, really
KD, it's
important.
Sunday.
The
Today's
long
Saturday.
anchor doubling from the other day. That's going in the big show. And we got, oh my God. You know what I got to do? I gotta give this
What?
away. I gotta find a way to give this away.
Just send it in the mail right to me.
Just send it to. There we go. I'm gonna take a moment and barge on this.
At least you got a chance, Cindy.
What you got there, Ken? It's a 1907. It's a PCGS Proof 64 Brown, and the camera is not going to focus no matter what. Look, Proof 64 Brown. You can run the serial number through. It looks like that. That's delicious right there, Cindy.
Yes.
This is almost as delicious as you.
Aww.
Am I smooth or what?
Probably doesn't smell as good though.
No.
Hi,
God,
Hector.
no. I took her package. I put it all in a plastic bag so I can open it every now and then. You know, just get some fresh air. Cindy has the best smelling packages.
Cindy, I even sprayed some of mine in his package last package I sent him, and he didn't say a darn thing about mine smelling good. Exact same fragrance.
I didn't even spray the package. I don't.
No, I know you just touched it with your angel hands. I'm hurt. I'm crushed.
It smelled fine.
I mean,
My packages, on the other hand, tend to be a
Well,
little.
it's gone now.
I would be
It's
afraid
very-
to spray it. You know what I'm saying? Because I would be afraid that it would affect the coins. You know what I'm saying?
What's this? Oh, and I got this.
Yeah, well, all my stuff's in like plastic bags, and I like put all my stuff in. It's in like armor, like steel armor.
Oh, okay.
I got this
I put those little gel packs in every package I send out, so it may have sucked all the smell out.
Yeah, but no, I just sent it in, and then he was like, "Oh God, this smells good," and I was like, "What?"
I'm a guy.
I tried.
So place
I tried.
box.
But you know what? I hear that everywhere I go. Like, you know, I go on walks with friends, and I'd be sweating, and they'd be like, "How do you work out and you just smell so good?" And I'm like, "What?" You know, like I get that all the time.
Ancient Chinese secret.
I don't know.
Ken just forgot what a woman smells like.
I guess.
Sorry, Ken. Sorry.
Yeah, I just want the place to smell better. I use MS Plus. It's lavender scented, and it brings new life to old coins. I can stand back and just spray the whole desk. Look at this. Lavender. Oh, that is nice. But it's nothing like what Cindy has. There we go. Oh, and I got this one. Where'd it go? In the really, really important box. It's a Mercury dime. I won from CFA because he had won it from me. So if he wins again, I'm going to send it to him. We'll just keep that thing going back and forth. It's got more miles on it than my truck. Yep. Let's see what. I'll collect the other years, but mainly, what is that? Oh, it's a finger. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, "What is that?"
The Ike's I collector, the 71 Brown Ikes for the errors. Yeah. Have I got one here? Oh, let me see. I might have one here. Is it errors or varieties? I might have one here. An error is a problem that occurred during production, right? Like a chipped planchet, a clip planchet, or a lamination, or a late stage die cap, or some darn thing. A variety is a change in the design of the coin, be it intentional or unintentional. And 71 has some great ones. I just happen to have a 71S Ike right here in front of me. So let's make some room. Get up. Good enough. Here, you go back to there. Look at the penny. We talk about that. And I've got a 71S. What is this? No, sorry, it's a D. There's so much stuff on the desk, I have no room to move the mouse. Let's see. Scope, there it is. There's a 71D Ike. Well, the S's are kind of neat because you get a lot going on with those. One particular issue to take a look at is going to be the R. Right here, the R. This works on 71s, right? and look for, I'm going to take that out of the plastic. You can't see a coin in plastic. Impossible. There we go. Here's Ike's head, face up. And there's the R. Ta-da, there it is. And you'll see on either side of the leg of the R, these little serifs. If I can grab my arrow. There you go. One here, one there. Well, if you get them without the serifs, it's a peg leg. And there are two styles, right? One has a pretty much complete leg on the R over here. Another one, it's very, very thin. And it's kind of neat. Now, the peg legs on the 71Ss, they're kind of common, so they don't really bring much of a premium. I get $14 for them with or without the peg leg. But there's one thing to watch out for. 1972, you want to look at the planet Earth, right? Does it have the islands? There's a big deal. People saying, man, they took off Cuba to spite Castro. Well, why didn't they do that the year before? Well, you got different types. Sometimes it's they're raised up like this one is. Sometimes it's just like the outline. Then you have it where it's an outline and it has no islands. The one with no islands is the type 2 that you want to have. And there's things to look for. You look at the stars for splits. That looks like a contact mark. All right. There are some eye cracks down here in the craters to watch out for. And there's books on there. The Ike Group is a good website to find out a lot of stuff for your Ikes. This one looks to be a fairly normal, decent shape. 71D with a piece of lint. There, I'll get rid of the lint. Watch your letters over here. In God We Trust. You have some dye varieties over here. I can show that up. What you got there? A shining. That's brilliant. It's uncirculated. It's an Ike. Those good. These are good for $4. You know. Let me flip that over. Yeah, every bit of natural luster on that. And when they've been circulated, they get kind of dull real quick. Here, I got one side by side. What's the date on this one? There's a 72D. That's a 71D. And you can see they lose their luster when they're handled because they're big. You can't grab that without getting your palm print across it. They're big, they're heavy, so they take some contact marks. But you can get Ikes. And something like this would go for, $2, $1.50. What's that on his head? Oh. I gotta lick that. There, that'll come off. But once they're circulated, you don't have to worry about your fingerprints on it. You don't want to get your fingerprints on the shiny one. So try to grab your coins by the edges. That's a great way to handle them by the edge. Okay, I'm gonna put that back in the stack. Yeah, get the shiners. Ikes, they've been out there for 40, 50 years, and it takes about 40 years or so before a coin becomes collectible. And the Ikes, their time is here. I'll set that right here. We'll put that in a big shelf. What's this one? 72. Okay. And this would be an AU. It's been circulated lightly. You still have the luster. You take these clad coins, you leave them in your pocket, you do the laundry, you're going to take away that luster real quick. There we go. But I'm going to put some packs together with, like throwing Ike in. A lot of people don't have an Ike.
What?
A lot of people don't have an Eisenhower dollar.
Well, that's not right.
I know. We're trying to work on that. We're efforting it. Oh, look, I've got a holder for it.
I'm sure Cindy has extras.
71D, 68 million.
Why you throw me under the bus?
I don't know, because you're here. Because I love you.
Because you showed up. You're handy. We'll put that in there. See, there's my pro holder. So you can see what it is. And here it's written, I've got mintage and date and series. And you can't see a damn thing. I think I might flip these over. So at least you can see one side of it. But when you get an Ike to it, it's going to cover everything. There it is.
One thing I don't have extras is Morgan's.
Morgan's?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to get through these.
You can't have extras of those.
Cindy, you could have 1 million Morgan dollars and never have enough. I know you.
That's right.
I've seen you. Cindy breaks out in a cold sweat every time somebody puts a Morgan up.
I know, and it's like I don't know. Like
She's funny that
It's
way.
a visceral reaction.
heart palpitations, you know, can't talk. You look in peace dollars too. I mean,
Yeah,
there's-
peace dollars too. Cindy sent me a peace dollar.
yeah, because I
I
love.
just send you a piece dollar.
Very sweet.
Morgans. I got a bunch of them. Yep, they love the Morgans on the big show. And honestly, a lot of new collectors don't have these dollars, be them Morgans or Ikes. They don't have them. Well, let's try to get some out there. Most of these are 1921s. Oh, here's a 26 piece. What's the date on that? S. Yeah, we were looking at that last night. But I got to check these for what's called a VAM. You
Bye,
see that?
Katie.
You out of here?
Katie Scrapper's
to
got to
work.
go back to work.
No, you're fooling yourself. Really, you don't have to work. These two guys by the name of Van Allen and Mollis had gone through and conducted an extensive study of Morgan and Peace dollars and came up with literally hundreds of die varieties, double dies on the obverse, reverse, repunched mint marks, a lot of die cracks and chips and die
That's right.
breaks. And I found some here already. And I think I probably set them aside, but let's see if I can find one handy here. Ah, here you go. All right, you might not see it here, but if I put it under this here scope, you see what I'm talking about. Let me get a card. There, I put the coin in the card so I can slide the card without abrading the coin. Scope, there it is. And if you look real close, right here, we have, what is that, a scratch?
Looks like a shattered die.
What, a scratch?
Looks like a
Coming
shattered
across
die.
here?
Die crack.
Die crack. We got another one up
Die.
here. There's an actual chip right in there. There's one going through here. This die is cracking to pieces.
I crack to pieces
Crazy.
every time.
All right.
Sing it.
Well, these VAMs, they call them a VAM, a VAM, Van Allen Mollis. They have some added value. Some of them are pretty extensive, right? These die cracks. That's all they are, is die cracks. But they've been recorded, and being on an older series, they have a little more numismatic interest. And where's that crack up in the hair? But somebody who's not familiar with these things might look at that and not think twice about it. Goes on the back of the bun. Let's see what's on the other side of that coin. Now, in the superior grades is where they start to get more value. Let's see if we can see anything different on the back. This looks pretty normal. What's that across the bird's face?
Scratch.
It's not a scratch. That is raised metal. Okay, watch the way the shadow picks up, right? Here, I've got the light source coming from the top, and it hits the anomaly, and I've got a bright side. Right? Let me turn that around. Let's see if I got a bright side from the other direction.
Oh,
I got a
okay.
bright-
Yes,
I got a bright line from the other direction, so it's raised on both sides. This is not a scratch. We can zoom in and have a look.
Another die crack.
Yeah, it's a die crack is all that is. Oh, they made a lot of these. They're big coins. They did make a lot of cracks. It's subtle, but it's there. And this helps to identify the variety precisely. There it is. Here you can see it raised. The little polishing marks go up and over.
Yeah, I'm looking at a box about this. Well, where's my camera? I'm looking at a box about this big, so it's hard to see.
What you got?
I said I'm looking at you at a box about this big, so.
Well, that's
kinda
okay.
hard- it's kind of hard to make out. There we go. That's better.
Hey, Ken,
Hey, what?
I want to throw up that StreamYard link. Hector's got a coin he wants to show us.
Okay, give me a minute. This could be, I gotta hit this button.
Have you two have fun?
Copy. Let's see. I gotta hit that, and that's paste. Then I gotta find the keyboard. Here it is. So I can hit enter. Okay. Now there's no cord on the keyboard. Did it work?
Linda, if you do
Yep.
that, it'd be
Good.
like played.
Ike necklaces. You put three, that's some bling. You put 3 or 4
Woohoo!
Ike necklaces across you. That'd be a heck of a thing.
Yeah, huge plane.
No, I don't see it.
I need Ike earrings.
That'll stretch your ear.
Oh my God.
6-inch earlobes.
Can you imagine? My earlobes would be dragging on the ground.
There you go. Linda's next trick is going to be those rings you put around your neck. You know, you have those girls with all the rings and their necks are like,
Oh gosh, stretches their necks out.
that's a weird, what is that? That's
It's
some
a
kind of
cultural
weird-
thing. Don't down it. It's a cultural thing.
You know what you can do with those Ikes? You can put them in your lip so you can have that big, giant plate lip.
Yep. Listen, that's attractive to some people. So, you know,
You have no idea.
you have no idea.
That's hot right
I
there.
gauge it. Oh, gosh.
Okay. There's more of these around here somewhere. I know it. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. It's like 6 or 7 more of these. I wonder where they went. Dude, there's so much stuff on this desk. It don't make sense. Look, I've got to use the restroom.
Here's a good challenge for someone. Find someone who has those big gauges in their earlobes and get them to put a coin inside those gauges and take a picture. Eric got rid of his gauges, so we can't use him anymore.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
Those, you know, when they make their piercings like stretch out and they get bigger and bigger, and they put these big, huge, like doorknobs in their earlobes.
They do?
Yes, it's the thing.
That's one of those weird things.
Yeah. And then when they're 60, they just pull them up and tie them over their head. You know, it's kind of like instant facelift.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Well, only 8 more years, then I could do that.
They pin them. They pin them up at the top of their head.
Hi, Cindy.
Hey, Blues.
Hi, Paula. Hi, Ken.
Hi, Eric. How are you? How's your tooth or not non-tooth?
Hurts. I overdid it today.
Yeah, you always overdo it though.
Yeah.
It's a male thing. My son, his ankle was healing so good and looked so good. The swelling was all gone and everything, and because they didn't put him in a new cast. It's a new technique that they're using. They put him in a boot, and they actually have him do kind of like move their foot up and down a little bit. But anyway, so he took his boot off and he was overdoing it. And yesterday his foot was so swollen. So I hope he didn't like damage it or do something to it. Ugh. It's a male thing. Well, I overdo it sometimes too, but not like that. You don't want to come on, Hector? I had Ken put the link on, see if you wanted to come on and show us that. Here, I'll give you an email, Hector, you can send photos to. I'll be happy to look at it. I just thought maybe you would want to come on and show it and let us all kind of look at it. But there's an email, Hector. You can send pictures there.
No, I'm checking my.
I'll bring it up. I'll bring the photos up.
Mhm.
Sure, no problem. Normally we don't we try to wait till Thursday for the Q&A
wow.
to do things, but Ken's just hanging out tonight. So, oh gosh, the guys are doing their Jane Fondas. Stretch.
Oh, my
Stretch.
neck hurts. Got a headache.
I don't want to hear you complaining. Get back to work.
Well, Eric,
Let me know when you got it up, Hector, and I'll pull it up.
I just spent 3 hours at a coin show.
Oh darn.
What'd you get?
A bunch of crap.
would you buy me?
You gonna share it with us?
Stuff you didn't need.
Let me see. 77S proof quarter.
Later tonight on Blues Coins, come by and let's all look at his crap.
Where's your crap? Share your crap.
Sure. He'll be sharing his crap.
A bunch of crap.
The best deal I got was the 72S silver Ike.
We were just talking about 72S silver Ikes.
Yes,
No
we were.
fooling. Yeah, true story. You
I
gonna
got
share?
this one for $6. This is the best deal I got.
That's not a bad price for a 72S.
No, it's not.
Proof. Silver.
Wow, we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 emails for the Q&A already.
Wow.
This week.
Leave them there.
That's
buddy.
fantastic. Get them in early. That's awesome. That's what we want, you guys. If you want to have your coin looked at on the Q&A on Thursdays, get those emails in early and those photos in early.
Oh gosh. Yes,
It gives us a time to look them over and look up and pull up resources and stuff like that we like to do.
What was you talking about the Ike about?
That it's gorgeous.
Looking and talking about.
Weigel was asking
Stuck in the
about
holder.
a 72 proof set, and he had it mixed up, thought the Ike might be in the 72F proof set. And
Yeah, they changed the color of the proof sets in 73. They went to black. And the black proof sets have clad Ikes.
right.
And you still got the browns and the blues. Of course, then in 76 you got the reds. So now you got 40% silver bicentennial.
I haven't seen it yet, Hector. I'm watching for it.
I think I know why I got a good deal on it there, Blues.
Oh, I almost got it out.
Well, figure with some more. Where's the rest of those Morgans?
Blues knows what he's looking for. It's no joke. He knows what he's looking for. Okay.
Where are these up?
Let me.
All right. I'm going to mute.
Get the stars all out on that.
As soon as it pops up, Hector, I'll pull up the photos. Come yes.
There we go.
All right, I'll do it the easy way. I got a 72S silver Ike for sale. It won't come out of the case.
Only $7.
Get it now. Well, while it's hot. Oh, okay. So Hector's email just came up. So let me pull up the photos.
Damn it.
Yeah,
I'll play with it off stream so you don't see.
all right, let's see. Bombay. That's good. There they are. Is it in yet?
Yeah, hang on.
All right. I think you must know if it's a double die or not.
Yeah. He only sent one photo of the date, but it's enough to hang on.
Now, people who are kind of new at looking for die varieties, Mechanical doubling, die deterioration, and damage are the most often misdiagnosed issues. Oh, there it is. There's Sally's screen. What you got? It's a 2001D.
He said, hi, Paula and Ken. I have a new microscope and I'm checking my coins before I turn them into the bank. Just want to see if it's a possible DDO and learn if I am looking at it the right way. Respectively submitted.
I'm looking for split serifs and thickness, extra thickness, and separation lines.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see anything abnormal. It's got some plating issues, but it's pretty common.
That's the zinc.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just might be the photo, but the second zero, the top of it looks a little thicker than the bottom.
Yeah, I think it's just the photo.
Oh, it looks normal now.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thanks,
and again, Denver is not known for having a whole lot of double dives.
Linda, get a hold of CJ. He's got a bunch of Ikes. Get a hold of CJ's Coins and Crafts. He's got a bunch of Ikes that he's been looking to do something with. CFA says misdiagnosis is rampant. So is Mr. Diagnosis. Education for the masses is needed. Hey, there's just one of me. You guys help out. I know
Why is it always got to be a miss thing?
Yeah. Yeah. But,
It is true.
die wear and machine doubling. People say they look at that and they're new. Dude, when you first have that new loop and you look at these coins close up, 3 out of 4 coins is going to be doubled. Look, I've got another double die. Oh boy. Honestly, the key diagnostic that you don't have a rare coin is when you have a lot of them.
Yeah, that is so true, Chad. We were talking about this a little bit last night. You know, there's a lot that goes into learning about errors and varieties. I mean, there is a whole lot. And, you know, just simple things about the minting process and things like that can eliminate a lot of questions. Like, you know, there was a question about a 2018 dime. And one of the biggest keys that this coin was not a double die is that in 2018, you know, you need to know when they switched from the multi-squeeze to the single squeeze and the different classes of the double dies and things like that. You need to learn about that to be able to properly identify. And I think that people are just in too much of a hurry, you know, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to know stuff at all. But this is not something that you can like rush. It's a process. I mean, I haven't been doing it very long, and Blues hasn't been doing it very long. And Cindy, how long have you been doing it? Errors and varieties, a couple years.
Yeah, a couple years, and I'm still.
Yeah, but the thing is that we are constantly studying and reading and learning and things like that, and it's kind of what you have to do. You know, there's so much to learn out there.
I got a double die right here. And I'm going to show
it
you.
now.
You tell me, what is the diagnostic that's helping you with a double die?
Oh, that's pretty too, Blues.
Dum, dum, dum.
That's telling us that is nice. Bling, bling.
Yeah.
I know.
Wear that in your ear.
Ooh,
Now, let's see if I can
put that in your ear.
put that in your ear.
I'm missing what people are going. What's going on, Coin Junkie, Hector, Linda, CFA, here's John Francis. I missed all these people in chat. I'm sorry.
Okay, here's a 1957D. And how do I make that picture bigger?
Well, you got to click on your. There you go.
Got
And
it.
you can.
All right. There are several different classes of double die. Now, the whole idea is you're taking the hub and you're driving the hub into the die. Right, the working hub is being pressed into the working die to create the impression, the design, which is going to end up being on the coin. But there's different things that can happen, right? You can press it in, and they do it repeatedly. They punch the die with that hub repeatedly. And when they pull it out, well, if there's a shift, right? If it moves, if it spins, if it turns, if it rolls, if it tilts, you have different effects on the coin. This one is really, really, really minor. Okay. And it
Right
is.
there.
It is this little bit right under the eye. That is it. That's the entire. This is what all the fuss is about. Seriously, that's it. This is 1957 double die number what? I had it written down. I don't have it written down. Okay. Well, no matter. That's it. This little extra bit of metal is what this double die is. I got another one here. Double die number 2 for 1951. Denver. Whoa, get back here. And
That would be
I know what
a
this one's
DDO 0. The 57D is a DDO 004.
that's a 4.
Yeah.
All right. There are different markers to check for video.
That is a.
Okay, this next one. Let me get this put away first.
That's a class 4.
Probably. Which is a tilted hub. Oh, it goes in this box. All right. I don't know what the issue is here, but it says DDO 002 on a 1951D. And I bet you if we look at the
Probably
eyelid,
same thing. Yep.
same
There it is.
thing. And that's what you're looking for on a lot of these. Look to the center. In the center of the coin, right? Ear, eye. That's a lot of places where you'll find it. On the statue, you find that a lot. That's it. Looks like he's got 2 eyelids. Top one and a bottom one. Well, he's only supposed to have one.
It's kind of the same thing with the DDRs. That little speck on the reverse of the memorial. That's all she wrote.
Right by Lincoln.
Yeah.
Yep. I got some here. I'm sure of it. What's that? Okay, that's not it. RPM, die chip.
You see a lot of those on the
Die crack, by DDR. Here we go. All right, here's what Cindy's talking about. Now, in 1997, they started the single squeeze era, right? Remember how I'm talking? They'd hub the coin and then hub it again and hub it again, hit it with multiple strikes to get that design. Well, they changed the way they make the dies. So you have the single squeeze. They just drive it in there once, really, really good. Now, 2004, 5, and 6, you're going to have a lot of these, which is called a tilted hub doubling. And if you can see that right there on the side of the building, where are you? This bit of extra metal, this is a doubled column. It's this column that has been doubled, right? You've got extra metal. Jumps right out at you. These things, you can't miss them. If you know what to look for and where to look. And again, it's in the center of the coin. What happens is the hub is coming in straight, but it's a little bit loose, and it starts to make contact with a cone. You've got a cone on the top of the die. And what happens as the pressure is increased, it starts to leave an impression, right, which is what that first bit of metal is, that. Right? But then the whole die snaps into place and changes its position. And there's nothing to obliterate that first mark, and you're left with a doubled die. Okay, well, the 4, 5, and 6, you can pick these up quite a lot. You go through a box, you'll find, 3, 4, 5, 10, none, whatever. You go through a few boxes, I guarantee you'll find some of these with that big extra bit. It can be small, different sizes, but they're out there. These are what I call easy to find double die varieties. And then you got to pick out which one it is. What's the listing number on Wexler? What's the listing number on copper coins? The listing number for that particular variety on Variety Vista, because they're not always the same. It might be number 1 on Wexler, number 17 on Variety Vista, not even listed at all on Copper Coins. Try that one out. Cross-referencing is a trick sometimes. All right, where's the holder for that one? And I got to find that 25 because that's around here somewhere. Picked that up the other day. Any idea what I did with that? That
Nope.
25S?
You took a picture of it and put it on Facebook.
Oh, that might be the way to go. Let me pull up the pictures. It's easy to find the pictures than
Put
find
it
the
on
coin.
Facebook. That coin is gone.
Right? It could be
Where those
still
pictures are.
next to where he took the picture.
E-Files, Brady Bunch, Coin Tunes, email. Nope, it's not in that directory. Let's try this one. 1925. Dude, I can't even find the pictures. Let's see. I got no idea where the pictures are. I've been redoing the directories over here.
I'll find it. Hang on.
What if it's in here? Coin picks? That's a possibility. Blog,
Get
book,
away.
coin bingo, coin center, coin class, coin orders, coin while hunting, coin shop, consignment, coin test. It's gone. I can't even find the directory it's in.
You name it.
I'm looking.
It's gone.
My internet is
Oh.
being really slow right now. There it is. Hang on. Because I
It
have
might be
50 million
private coin.
open.
What's this?
I think you might be rubbing off.
Oh,
on
here we
me
go.
a little bit.
There we go. I got pictures.
You found it?
I think so.
Good, because mine wasn't wanting to load.
No, that's that weird 22D.
Oh,
All right, I'm still getting them.
never mind. It's just a crappy 22D. Nope.
I'm never gonna find it. There.
Hang on. Just talk about something.
That is,
Oh my gosh.
Nothing to see here.
there we got him. We got him. Let me pull. So there's me. And I gotta go
You
over
have
here.
two photos. You have a 225. You have 225. Now, mind you, you have 225 that one's a RPM and one's the double die. So
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm
remember.
over. Okay, that's it. There, you're looking at the swoops on the back of the letters, right? On IBE. Those should be straight up and down. Also look at the thickness of the IBE. And I had the
There you
coin
go.
with another one of the same date. It might actually be on the desk still. Hey, what's this? I got something. I got a coin on the desk with the right date, but I can't. What's that? Is that it? No, this is a regular one. So you're able to compare the regular shape of the 9, the regular shape of the IBE. See, it's straight, right?
Yeah, there it
The
is.
regular shape of these letters. See how they're straight? For you, the bottom is the same thickness as the sides. But if I look at the one on the screen, that IBE, they're swooped. They're thicker. On the next one, you've got this big fat tail on the 9. Right, the side of the 5 is a big fat thick loop. If I look at In God We Trust, the bottom of the U is thicker than the uprights of the U. They get these little horns. These are diagnostic features. It's dieware is what's making the little horns. So it's a late stage die. But the thickness on the letters is what's important. So if I were to press, the date into a die, right, then retract the hub and press it in again a little bit off, I could expect that I would leave a thicker valley where that 9 would be. That's not the one. Zoom in.
That almost looks like the 43, like
Yeah.
Christopher pointed out. Yeah, the distorted or distended, one of those class 6 or
Yeah, there's different diagnostics to look for. A lot of the double dyes will be similar in some degree, the way they're made, but getting down into the details, it can be a whole lot thinner, a whole lot thicker, have a slightly different twist. It'll show splits or rips a little bit differently. And you can have multiple double dyes for the same date, and none of them the same. Lots of variance in there. Okay, I'm going to get away from here and go back to there,
okay.
then find my way back to here. We got it. You got there, Blues. Blues has stepped away from the computer.
What you got, Blues? What you got? Pull it up and let's look at it.
Linda braids her Ike necklaces twice as thick.
They are braided.
You'd have to. Those are heavy things.
Hmm. And they're washable. The cord, the neck part. What do you call it?
You don't put
Braided part is washable, which comes in handy with 9-year-olds.
Okay, you got to let chewing gum
They
over.
get a little smell.
You braid those? I don't even know how to braid. I was going to braid my hair, but give up on that idea.
You probably right.
Is that what you think? Start affecting the roots?
Probably.
Spitfire's here. He says, I
Yeah,
want today to
yeah.
be able to say a lot of DDs are simple to see. Some are just so darn tiny, you'll never see them. I wonder what happened to that 25S I had. We'll go back a couple of days and watch that show because that's where we showed it off.
I'd like to be able to see a lot of double dyes also. They're just hard to find.
Yeah.
Easy to see or hard to see. Any of them. They're hard
Oh.
to find.
Did I show you my pooping horse? No
You
way.
did, but show it anyway.
Wait,
No, it wasn't the pooping horse. It was the
the pooping bird. They get
pooping
that
bird.
quarter out there, the Nevada quarter, right? With the horses on the back, and they're having some fun. They're running on,
Horses.
but you got a dye chip right below the horse on its tail. They call it the pooping horse. Okay, I got to take the focus here and bring you over to here. You ready? This is what I call the pooping bird. It's the 2015 Kistachey quarter, right? And you get the turkey here. These are pretty looking bird, but look, I got a dye chip right here
I want to say
on the base.
That
of
is the one bird that missed my car.
Is it? Well, he
Yep,
didn't.
that's the one bird that missed my car and landed on his tail.
I got a pooping bird.
In that
As opposed to kicking bird. Yep. Here it is.
I'll be right back. I need to
Oh, what she ate a little.
put some shorts on. It's getting warm.
Well, there's one to look for. Where's the pooping peasant?
in that bird.
Mhm.
No.
Well, I'm pretty psyched. It's a new find. Nobody's shown a pooping bird before. It's just a dye chip, is all it is. Yeah, I suppose I'll have to make a video just on that. Okay, 55. Oh, get up here.
What about that in George Fair? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying. I know I got some. I just don't know where it is.
What do you got?
Oh, he's looking for black tape.
Okay, I'm gonna smoke now. So Blues, you gone? I want to hear more about that show. Oh, I screwed something up. There it is. What you got there? Don't know. So how you been, Cindy? I never hear from you anymore.
I'm fine. I've just been really, really sick. Like, I lost my voice, everything.
Did you look under the couch? I got all kinds of stuff there. That's where I go. That's where I look first.
No, I stay in my room all the time.
I got a package. I got a package. A little one from Stamp and Coin.
You guys get lucky. You can just open the front door and check the mail. I got to walk like a half a mile out here.
Civilization, Ken.
I made it back. I made it back.
Now,
Yay! But we want to see that coin you got under your scope.
That's a 35S. It's a Woody I picked up.
Linda just bought from some mics from CJ. Good.
But I want to look at that mint mark a little closer. But
Wait a minute. Not even on the right screen.
How many did you get, Linda?
Yeah. It's a
let's see, where am
What
I?
the color on it?
variation on it.
Uh-oh, he went to a robot.
Blues. You said
Yeah.
you said it.
A what?
You said deterioration.
Yeah, well, I wasn't.
It took practice, but he's there.
Yay!
I'm saying a lot of words I couldn't say without that tooth in my mouth.
That's what the problem is. Put the rest of them out. You'll be an orator.
You were like that snaggletooth.
And we'll have you public speaking in no time.
Yeah, let me see.
You work for the grammar police.
Can find it?
Let me raise the scope up a little bit, show off the Woody on it.
Very nice. Oh, you got that today?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, I see the stripes. Big wide stripes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Very nice. Yeah, you've
I
got
paid 50 cents for it.
Yeah.
good. Awesome.
Yeah, I got a good deal on that.
Yeah.
I don't
that's
even
great.
collect Woodies, but when I come across them for cheap, I'm just
Grab
kind
'em.
of looking. I'm just kind of looking at them.
So I got something for my son today.
Yeah.
I'll turn my camera on for a second.
My crutch.
No, this is actually pretty cool. It's little Exonumia. He's a big Seattle Seahawks fan. Chad. Got this little medallion. And then on the back, it's an actual like ticket. It's in a hard case. It's from the opening game, August 10th, 2002. So it's actually pretty cool. I don't know what the reverse looks like because it's in the reverse is covered up in this holder. But I thought that was pretty cool. He'll like it. I'm dying to know what the back of it looks like, but I don't want to rip that label off.
Hey, he'll open it if he needs to be open. What's this with the mint mark there, Blues?
34.
Looks like it's got teeth on the right side. What would you call that?
Scratch.
Okay.
Let's see.
DMD.
Yeah, keep it there. Keep it there.
I'm trying to focus it.
That's a good spot for dye wear.
Right between.
Focus, you sucker.
Uh-oh, Ken's rubbing off on him.
So Ken,
Yep.
look at it again. Hang on. Can you put it down a little bit so I can just see the bottom of the date, Eric? No, I don't see anything. I thought I was looking. No, I don't see
I
it.
think it's wood grain.
Yeah.
Is what I think that is on the bottom, on the D.
Well, I was looking at 006 on Variety Vista, but
It's a normal.
Dragon says it's a flying D.
huh?
Dragon says it's a flying D.
On a 34?
Well, yeah, because those things look like little wings.
Well, I know. On the 52s, there is a flying D. They're pretty awesome. There's all different dice stages on those. They're really cool. I know Frank collects those, but I was actually looking at the 34. I want to see the inside of that mint mark. Oh, can't see the inside of it.
That looks pretty normal.
Yeah, but the 006 is it's a hard one to spot. You really have to see the inside, and it's only got one photos on one stage. But position looks, no, I don't even, never mind. Just carry on. I'm blabbering. It's not. It's nothing. It's normal.
It's a great coin, Blues.
CJ Blues. CJ Blues.
Great
They're
going.
kind of morphing into one person now.
Yeah.
He asked, are there any DDOs or DDRs for NIFCs?
Yes.
Quite possibly, and you need to find them ASAP. Oh, let's see. Examples. I'm going to have to check the database here.
Yes.
And it may not be added yet. Kennedy's halves.
Well, there's quarter NIFCs too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That goes to what date? Where's that other one? Here it is. Here's table.
All the way, they've got, Variety Vista has them listed all the way to 2016. But Variety Vista also doesn't have great, oh no, they've just got the dates. Never mind. They don't have a huge database for Kennedy's. But I think Shay has found some.
Yeah, it hasn't been updated yet. But if he's got some, we'll see him. We'll hear him.
Did you look on his website?
No.
I'm looking. Variety list.
Oh, our ring is here. Our ring's a big
Art?
thing.
Art's a sniper.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Art?
RPM.
Yes, he does have some listed for NIFCs.
Yeah, see, there's another fine grain woody. This is a 38S.
Or does he not? No.
Hi,
What am I looking at? I think he just has them listed. He doesn't have. Okay, he doesn't have the varieties listed. He just has the dates. Never mind. Nobody's got any. I know I've seen them. But I suspect if they are, they would be on the bus somewhere on the eye or ear, or maybe that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's the ones that he found the ear that ended up not being double dies. The double ears, remember he was finding those? Hello, am I talking to myself?
What?
What? What?
Some RPMs here.
Is this thing working?
This thing on.
You're talking about some ears on a double die, but I don't know what coin you're talking about.
On the NIFCs.
Oh, the Kennedys?
That Mantic was finding. Remember he sent those in and they said they weren't doubled. I think those were on the NIFCs. But because we're back to that single squeeze, so it would have to either be a class 8 or class 9.
I haven't heard of no DDOs on the NFICs. but I haven't really done a lot of research on them.
I think that that's what I was thinking was the ones that Shay was finding on the ear. Remember, he was finding those great, what looked like doubling on the ear. I think they were on the NIFCs.
Man, those look really good. Those were MD.
Yeah, that was incredible. I mean, some of them were like tripled. I mean, it was incredible. But yeah, they would have to be class 8 or class 9. Class 8s you have class 8s on both the single squeeze and the multi squeeze, but class 9s are strictly on the class 9s.
There you go. There's a bunch of repunch marks in this box. What's this one?
What was it that Herbert called the class 9s? He called them the unknown or unexplained class or something like that.
Well, they had a change in the process of manufacturing the dies.
Yeah.
So naturally, you would have a change in how you screw up the dies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't apply the old classes to a new production method.
Yeah.
So you must have a new class of die.
I don't even think Wexler has a class 9 defined on his web page, but Chuck does.
Yeah, and I agree with his argument entirely.
I do too.
It makes perfect sense. But a lot of these attributors still call it a class 8, but we can't do that. They're making the dies differently.
Yeah. Yeah, and the process is different.
Where'd that box I had go? I had all that stuff. Oh, here it is. All that good stuff.
Again, back to the minting process.
What's this one? No. What's that?
Frank likes those.
Double die. And that should be apparent at the eye. Yeah, you can't miss that one.
Yeah.
Right, that little bit of extra metal right below the eye. It's an extra eye rate. Some of these double dies are so darn subtle, it doesn't make sense. Well, are they collectible? Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh, here's an RPM for you, Art.
And now those are the class 4s, a lot of those double eyes, right? The tilted?
Yep.
Yeah.
See if you can pick this one out. This one's going to be very, very subtle. Can you make that out? I can't get in much closer. You have extra.
Yeah.
Sorry. Back. Get my arrow. There it is.
The back.
Right here, and right up there.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a 1911 double die number 2.
And that is a good one to look for.
Not double die number 2, RPM number 2.
RPM. That is a good one to look for, boy.
There's another one which is pretty much the same position, but it's a little bolder.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm going to find that 1910S next.
11S period is a good one to look for, but you get those RPMs and.
What's this one? RPM on a 53D. Is that going to jump right out?
It could.
There it is. Let me take that out of the plastic.
Art likes those RPMs too.
Ain't nothing wrong with RPMs. There you go. You've got extra metal just below, and it was punched just off to the right, and then repunched. That works for me. There it is. What's this one? 1955D RPM. Let's look at that one next because it's right here. Now, some of these RPMs are good for, a buck or two. Circulated grays, consider that as practice. Really, it's when you get into the uncirculated RPMs that they start to draw some value. And some are worth more because they're bolder. They're more, you got a greater spread, such as this one. You got a little bit of extra meat on the inside. And this would be an RPM south, where the initial punch was to the south. 1955. 1mm002 is what Coppercoin is listed as. Wexler listed as number 2, and Konica listed as number 2. There it is. There's lots of them. Dude, there are hundreds and thousands of die varieties. There's a double die. What's this one?
Hey, Ken,
Yep.
81S proof nickel. Is that a type 2? Is that flat?
I'm going to pull up the diagnostic, so you got to bear with me for just a bit. Look at the tail on that. And I'm going to pull up a picture here, which I think is in this directory. Let me see if I got the diagnostics. I've got them side by side here somewhere. 1980, 82. Wow, it's not there.
The red book doesn't show a good picture of it.
Yeah. There, diagnostics.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to love this. Wait for it.
Yeah, type 1 is supposed to be a rounded mint mark, and type 2 is supposed to be a flat.
1981.
Yeah.
There you go. Type 1 flat. Let's see if I can blow that up for you. And I'm going to come over here. Take that. That's, what's this? That's blues. How'd you get the focus? So low. There it is. Let me make that a little bit smaller, I think. Yeah. Look at the flat tail. What you just showed me looked to be round. Is that right? Which would be a type 2.
That'll be a type 2.
That's a type 2. It's less common. They're off balance. If they were equal, they really wouldn't draw a premium. But the type 2s are a little more rare than the type 1, so they do draw a premium.
Yeah. I paid $1.25 for it.
Go with it. Good price. Yeah, for your diagnostics, for the type 1, you get a bottom serif ending flat or nearly so, angle at about 35 degrees, and often seen with sharp corners. And the top serif is very similar to the other. The top serif is almost identical, but you have to look at the shape on the inside of the curve. Okay, let's see. The relief is ill-defined, rising to more or less sharp ridge or ridges and branching off on bottom serif. And the field is clear or filled inside the loops. For the type 2, which is the latter half of the year, both serifs are identical. They're both, round, blobby, gracefully rounded and noticeably swollen. Well, there you go.
Yep. Mine has type 2 written all over it. Yay. I thought it was
There it is.
when I scoped it, or when I looped it.
Hardtail and stoptail, just like the bikes. Oh, here's one for you to look at.
Yep.
I had this out the other day.
They're us.
This isn't a mint mark or nothing. But you're gonna find these are pretty desirable.
Nice find, Eric.
Yeah. Thank you. I did pretty well down there.
Yeah. For $1.25. Okay, I got a 1988. But you got to look at the back to decide what's going on here.
Oh, Amanda came in.
And you're gonna see a serif on this one and a little bottom tail on the G.
Yeah.
And
That's the back of the 89, right?
That's right. It is the Wham reverse. So wide AM you get on the 98s, 99s, 2000. This is the exact same reverse design as the Wham. But in 1988, right, you had two reverse designs. The reverse of 88, which also has a space between the A and the M. And you have the reverse of 89, which is a space between the A and it is the Wham reverse, of the reverse of 89. You could call it a 1998 reverse of 89, and it's the Wham reverse. It's one's the same as the other, but the big difference you're going to see is in that G, the distance from the F to the memorial, like a rectangle, right? The top loop of the G stops before it doesn't hang out.
Yeah.
and you have the little horizontal bar and the tail. And these are probably good for this one in its shape is probably good for $10. Yep, they'll be talking about. You see, I'm talking about these coins you find in pocket change that are worth $50,000. You can find this one.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, good luck finding those slabbed coins in pocket change.
Yeah. How many times a year do you see these coins that are worth thousands? Once, twice. You get these all the time. What's this? Double dunk.
Then you got Mickey Rob's Banks, who finds an entire box of
Nails it.
quarters that have not been released yet. That was fantastic.
Yeah, he nailed that.
Yeah, he talked about that on Ken's channel last night. If you guys want to go back and look at it, or go look at Mickey Rob's Banks videos. He had an amazing find for sure.
Yeah, he did. Anything special to look for on War in the Pacific Quarters? Look for a W. Those new releases, it takes time for people to discover those varieties that may be out there. They could be chips and cracks. You get those on lots of things. Maybe you got a pooping bird type of thing or a pooping horse type of thing. It takes time. It can be months and months before these varieties start to be reported. And when they're just released, you're the one hunting it. You're the one looking for those new discoveries, new varieties.
Yeah, they're finding little strike throughs, things like that, but I haven't heard of any varieties yet.
Oh, you'll always get little strike throughs.
Yeah.
You put together a whole set, every date, every midmark, just strike throughs. What's this one?
But look towards the center of the coins on those.
Look at a 1955S. We looked at this last night. We've got a different crowd coming in, and there under the eye, you see an extra eyelid.
Yeah.
This one's really subtle. It's actually easier on the 55S. This is double die number 1. It's actually easier to look for this little die scratch right behind the head. That's easier to find than the eyelid. That right there. So do you look for the eyelid, which is hard to see, or do you look for the die marker? Well, in this case, the die marker might be easier. There it is. Very, very subtle on that one. That's it, all right. 55S number 1.
I have one of those.
Yeah, Linda has a pooping bird too.
Yeah, she's got a real life pooping bird. Sounds like she's got several of them. I used to, when I was a teenager and I would go to Santa Cruz, California all the time, we always knew not to wear white bathing suits, white anything, because apparently that makes you a target. And it's true.
Here's a reprint McLaren.
It's getting warm out here.
Yeah, it's a decent one.
Cut jar.
You can find marks, and they'll draw a few bucks.
Is that your middle name, James? Apparently Archie is James' middle name. I'm usually Edith, but there was something that happened today that made me. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to say why I put Sally. It wasn't for daytime TV. Let's just put it that way.
It's not an IFC. It's an SFW. Look at a repunch mint mark.
Oh, there you go. That's a nice little repunch mint mark you got there, Ken.
That's a D over D.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's a triple mint mark.
That's a nice one.
Oh, let's see. There's the solo. And come down.
I like those ones that are well defined like that.
Yeah.
You got your regular D, and that looks great. Up here, you've got another D. Okay, and this may be part of it. But if I flip this over, we should see another at the bottom. And it's a triple mint mark. It's well punched, and then punched again, and then punched
That
a third
is
time.
008 on Variety Vista.
And down here at the bottom, it's going to be hard. I'm at the limit of my my microscope ability here.
I think you're doing just fine.
There it is. So that's a triple repunch mint mark. A little bit right in here. Keep an eye out for them, guys. You can find stuff out there in pocket change. Some of it's going to be very subtle. But you get breadth, right? Everybody's got a 1951D. Right? Maybe they got a nice shiny one. Have they got the repunch mint mark number 1 through 8? Because there's several repunch mint marks. All in different directions. Oh, strength. Fix my armrest here.
Oh, Jeffrey. Hi, Jeffrey.
There he is.
There's Mr. Shumar Coin Chats.
Yeah, I was getting some work done, but we gave up on that. Now we're just looking at coins.
We're just playing. It's Saturday.
What's this?
We're hanging out. Cindy's here. Eric's
There you
here.
I talk about those satins all the time. I showed this off last night. Where the heck are you? Wait for it. Oh, I'm still big.
Wait for it.
Go there. There it is. You got double dies on proofs. You got double dies on business strikes, and you got double dies on satins. This is one of those satin coins. It's from a 2005 mint set, and there is that class 9 doubling. You can find it. These go for 10, 15, 20 bucks. That's
you
from Cleveland.
You found some nice ones on those nickel.
Yeah. I picked up some neat stuff.
Mhm.
Okay. Just thought I'd show that off. Where the holder went I just had.
Sydney, you must have a fan going. Your little bangs are blowing in the breeze there.
Yeah, it's hot here.
I'm watching them flow.
It's summertime.
Hmm. They're wafting.
Okay, here's a neat one.
What's going on, Shumar?
What you got here?
Spikehead.
It's a spike head. It's a simple dry crack. It extends from the rim to the head. And if it does that on any coin, they call it a spike head. This one keeps on going, and you get a die chip over here behind the ear. It's a bit more permanent. Well, you can actually go through your coins and look real close, and you can find new ones. Paul has found a couple. I've found a couple. Have you found any blues?
I think he's away from the keyboard.
Okay.
I found a few later dates too that I just didn't even bother to send in pictures because that's like crazy. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's a 1993.
That's crazy.
This is a
Trying.
die crack. This happens to be Cuts on Coins, SKH, which is a spike head, 1 cent, 1993, number 24. There are 23 more known, and maybe more since then. But geez, now you got to have all 24 of those. When is your collection complete?
Never. When I'm dead and buried. I'm gonna be stealing people's pocket change in the nursing home.
Yeah.
Oh, that's messed up.
I may not remember why I'm doing it, but I guarantee you I'll be doing it.
I'm going to have your pocket change.
I don't know why, but I just
Look out for Sally. She wants your money.
That's klepto Sally.
Is that pocket change I hear when you're coming down here?
I hear you jingling.
Oh, here's the neat one. you get these struck through, and we had those 72s we just looked at. Here's one. It's a 1964. If I can get it out. Come on, one more. Okay. Pick it up, put it there, and this is struck through above the head. And let's see if we can see that. And it's like a piece of wire that was in between the die and the planchet when the coin was struck.
Man, that looks like it's
wire.
retained in there.
A little bit of oddness going on. So this would be an error because errors are one-time events. Something happened during production. Every error is unique. So when you have those shows that are saying, look for these errors in your pocket change, well, you can look for something similar or the same sort of description, the classification, but you're not going to find the exact same error every time. They're all unique. There's one guy's got a dime, right? What is it? No, it's a penny struck on a dime planchet.
Mm-hmm.
11 cents. It's a cent struck over a dime, and he's convinced because it's unique.
Robadoo or whatever his name.
Yeah, that's him. He's convinced that it's this multi-million-dollar coin. He's comparing it to the Mona Lisa. Dude, what? It's good for a few $100, but it ain't no 12.5 million. He used to want 1.5 million. Now he wants 12.5 because it's unique. There's about what 3 dozen coins in the world that are worth over $1 million, something like that. Just because it's unique doesn't mean it has numismatic importance. These little struck throughs, the type of error is pretty common. You'll get them. This one, it's not really extreme. Sometimes you got them where it's, like a fist was struck through, and you got major distortion on the coin. This is pretty good otherwise.
Yeah, it's no 1913 B nickel.
Right. I think Daniel from Coin Help You, right? Coin Help You? Yeah.
Dan Malone.
Yeah, Daniel Malone has a video out on like the top 10 all-time high priced or most valuable coins.
Yep.
Yeah.
But, you got a lot of hype out there, and people are thinking that they can dig into their pocket change and find these coins, and if it's special, it's worth $1 million. No, not really. Most coins that people find in their pocket change that are kind of different or funny are worth a nickel or a quarter or $1 or maybe a couple of dollars. It's not going to make you rich by any means. And chances are, if it did, suddenly impart $1 million bequest upon you, you're not really versed in financial management, and it wouldn't last anyway, which is a darn shame. But that's a different story altogether.
That's for another day.
Yeah. There aren't many life-altering coins, and a lot of times if it did alter your life, it wouldn't be for the better because you're not ready for it. Was a guy that bought the house? They got this TV show that they fix up people's houses or get them a house.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they did this with this one guy, so he mortgaged it, started a plumbing business, but he didn't know anything about the plumbing business, so he didn't make any money and lost the house.
Most of those people can't keep those houses anyway because they don't realize that they have to pay taxes on them.
Yeah.
Them.
Well, the idea is kind of nice. At least they're trying to improve people's lives. But if they're not ready, if they're not capable, if they can't manage those finances, it's just going to screw them up. They have comfort for a little while, but well, what are you going to do? What's this one? Oh, here's a neat one. Yeah, I pulled this out because it's a perfect teaching tool. What's this one? You get these coins, they get under the loop and they say, hey man, look, I've got a double die. Look, here it is. I gotta find my pointer. There it is. I'm gonna zoom in a bit. All right, a double die will give you a devices with extra thickness. Right? What you got here is called machine doubling. And I'm gonna blow this up for a bit. Get back over here, pull my arrow out, make my arrow the right size. Perfect. Up here, this is how thick a normal coin is. The E on a normal penny is. And over here, It's the same thickness on the outsides, but I've got this crease right down the middle. All right. And this is a great tool because here, see how much it looks thinner? The device is made thinner. This is normal thickness up here. And this is thinner. On the 0, oh no, that's an O. This is normal thickness, and this is thinner. That's a telltale, that's a diagnostic of mechanical doubling. This is a flat and shelf life, but it happens to be sloped in this particular case. It comes up to the top of the relief and just, blends in. And it goes down to the bottom and almost gets to the fields. But it is flat. But the die has impacted the existing design and flattened it.
If you took a crayon, if that was a drawing, and you took a crayon and filled in those areas, it would be the normal size of the.
That's right. You can follow this line all the way down. It's straight. It's even. Follow this line all the way down. It's straight. It's even. But here, to this point, it's thinner.
Yeah.
So if you have thinner devices and it looks like it's doubled, almost every time it's going to be machine doubling. Machine doubling is very common. But people look and they see, oh, geez, I've got a coin. That's doubling. I know it. And it's worth $1 million. And I've had people demand I pay them. You have to buy my coin.
You buy my coin.
You have to buy this coin right now. Here's my PayPal. Send me my $1 million because you're the guy that buys coins. All I can do is just break it to him gently, man.
I had the first one of those just a couple days ago in my spam messages.
Yeah.
It's the first one I've ever gotten. He was from Nigeria. I have U.S. coin. You buy my coin. No.
I ain't paying shit.
Nope.
What?
And I'm not marrying you, and I'm not sending you money for that inheritance that you're going to be getting that you just need to. Yeah, no, sorry.
I'm going to Nigeria because apparently everybody in Nigeria has $15 million.
Yeah.
But they also have hyperinflation, so that $15 million won't buy a loaf of bread.
What I get is the emails about, like, I talk about the books. It's important to get, to educate yourself and to get books, on these coins, to educate yourself to, because knowledge is power, that you got to get all these different books to learn about this stuff. And they'll email me, did you write these books?
Do you say yes? Sure, I did. That's funny. I haven't gotten one like that, but I'm looking forward to the day.
I've been working on one for years. I'll have to finish it and get it published.
I made your book cover.
Yeah, I love that. It's here somewhere. I swear, here's a DDR.
That's funny. Cindy.
I can't believe that.
There's some extra metals to the left of the statue. It's a whole lot easier to tell what's going on with the coin if you offer a photo that's upright. Can you see the extra metal on the side of the statue?
Yeah.
It's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's tough. It's really tough. Most people look at the coins this way. And then you can really tell. There it is, right there, extra metal.
And what was it Chuck said, that if it isn't from like the top of his shoulder to his knee, if it's not at least that length, it's not worth attributing? Is that what he was saying?
Everybody has different standards. You have thresholds of attributability. What point is the coin worth it to even bother to catalog it? Where's that crack, that spike head I just had? Let's see. The spike heads, for example, it's just a die crack. Is it worth cataloging? Is it worth bothering to take the photos and record and document? Let's see. Because, Van Allen Mullis, they did those peace dollars, and those cracks that you see on those. Yeah, that people are collecting those because they're documented. But there are some dates. In 1983, you've got hundreds of those coins that have cracks on them because they just switched over from remember, go back to your process of production. They just switched over from copper to zinc, which is a lot harder on the dies. So they were cracking. Okay, here's a neat one. You've got these. It's a BIE. It's a die chip. That's all it is, right between the B and the E. And these are collectible. People collect these. It's just a die chip, right? And people collect them partly because they've been recorded. There's a good list of these over on Cuds on Coins. Let's see. I just had another one.
And some people study the die progressions.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Shumar.
Had that coin. Way to go. Is that it? Nope. How about this one?
I'm still waiting to get Shumar's book on that.
Yeah, it'll be out. Wait for it.
Wait for it.
PR proof thing. I'm close here. I'm really close. Here's a 1952 with a BIE. Now that's in plastic, and that's about a little smaller than the first one we just saw. And you can collect a whole bunch of them.
I do. I save those.
And these are die chips. That's all they are. Well, I just had a modern one, a 96, and I've lost it.
And listen, they are a great tool to help people identify and attribute, how to learn how to attribute their coins. Those buys are a great tool. If you go to Cuds on Coins, they have a list of all of those, and there's, they're pretty simple and straightforward to find, but they're a great starting point to learn how to attribute.
Sure. Now here's a die chip in Liberty. Okay, that's all it is, a die chip. You'll see these all over the place. The pooping horse is a die chip. The pooping bird is a die chip. These BIEs are die chips, and the BIEs are kind of collectible because they're documented and you get the whole darn set. Well, what if you have a die chip in the date? Should that be as collectible as the other one we just saw? Because that was on a 55D with a BIE. And here's a die chip in a 5. It's about the same size. Well, it's in a prominent location in the date, right? The other one's in Liberty. Should that be something worthy of attributing, worthy of cataloging? And I think, yes. Do people collect these? Not really. What keeps them from collecting them? Well, there is no documentation on them. How come? How come? At what point do you want to start to attribute these things? And if doing so, do you grant them, do you bestow upon them some sort of additional value and collectability?
And don't forget that a lot of times those die chips are die markers,
Yeah.
on other varieties.
You've got die chips that'll be in the back. They call them bugs in the wheat.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we got any here. There's a little crack right there. Should that be
All
recorded?
the way down.
No, it doesn't hit the rim. What's this side? Anything? This one's normal. But that first one, it almost hits the rim.
That could be listed as a die marker for that BIE.
There you go. Exactly right. Well, if you want to put the time in, you can attribute all kinds of things. There are some that are so darn minor. At what point do you say, this ain't worth it? Maybe it's not worth my time just yet. You have the ones, the extra metal beside the statue. Okay. And if it's too small, you don't bother, because I can tell you this one, right, with the extra eyelid on this 1955S double die number 1. Dude, they searched this thing out, and this is a fraction as much doubling as you would see on some of those statues. But this is the one with a crack behind the head. Remember that? or the Slash.
Oh yeah.
Now, if this one is smaller than a reverse DDR, Class 9 reverse on a Memorial, should this one not qualify as being worthy of being diagnosed and documented? You can barely see that one. Then you got die cracks, right? All those VAMs. Some of them pretty big on those piece holders. That goes halfway across the coin. I've seen die cracks across Memorial cents. So the ones in the head, for example, that extend almost the same amount as far as proportionally, halfway across the coin. Let's see, 53S. Is that the one? 53. That's the one. I gotta get these put away before I lose them. Well, if it goes halfway on across the coin on a piece dollar, and that's worth being recorded, and people collect those, wouldn't it be worth it to catalog that for wheat cents, for Memorial cents, for all those cracks in the head? So you have a threshold of attributability. There's a lot of minor cracks out there, especially on the pennies. Real minor, just at the edges of the corners of the building. Well, eventually you'll finish cataloging everything else, and the only thing left is those die cracks. I've got barrels of the darn things. There we go. Here's a 16-ounce cup. This is my keep it cup. There's stuff in here I gotta save. Every one of these has a die chip. It's a 16-ounce solo cup. Every one of those has a chip, a crack, something going on that eventually I may get to. And I've got sacks of this stuff. I'm going to pull one out here because I've got a quarter. It's a Harper's Ferry. Let's see what's going on. I bet you we call this one the Eagle's Nest. I bet you. If you look up at the top, right between the two bits of the post, there's a die chip. That's bigger than you see on some of these buy errors. Should this be recorded? There's a second one over here. Should that be recorded? What do you think?
Collect what you like.
Collect what you like. Record it if you like.
Yeah.
But for someone to say that's not worth cataloging, look at VAM. Look at the VAMs. All sorts of things. If you don't want to catalog them, that's up to you.
I almost picked up a flying eagle today.
Almost?
Yeah, it was graded VF20. And he was asking 65 for it, and that was every bit of the money that was in it.
Yeah. That's like full retail.
Yeah, he wouldn't go any lower. I tried.
No, that's probably what he paid.
And I looked at it, and even with the loop, I couldn't determine if it was a snow or not. It looked like there was two little nubs on the right hand side of the A, but it was really hard to tell, so I couldn't determine.
Caesar's been training you up.
Yes, he has. I've been paying attention.
From when you started in this hobby of checking out for die varieties, how long did it take you to get a real good grip on it? And what particular classes or instructions or understandings made it more possible for you to surge ahead?
I got a lot of my knowledge on the varieties from the websites, Variety Vista and all them places. Just comparing pictures and then determining grade to figure out, okay, well, I got an XF45 that has a nice die chip in the 5, or a BIE that's mid-state. So a lot of my knowledge came from the websites on just comparing pictures and just learning about them, and I can pick them out pretty good now.
Sure. What did you have trouble with at the beginning?
I mean, I got my Flynn books and my Bowers books and everything, and Stanton and Potter.
And Peavy, that's coming up.
Yeah.
How long
Stanton
did
Database.
you get your head wrapped around mechanical doubling?
Oh God, it took me 3 months.
Yeah. How about die deterioration?
You talking about the coin or the pronunciation?
Either one is good. Probably took them longer to say it.
I still have a little trouble with the dye deterioration, but I'm picking them out.
So good.
I'm picking them out 90% of the time now.
Yep.
You used to go where?
Yeah. Dyewear. That's
Dye-
dyewear.
Where? I'm so proud of you, Eric. Listen, we all have those words that just won't come out.
I got cinnamon.
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 I get biscotti.
Yep. Cinnamon.
2 words that sound similar. It's a synonym.
Synonym. Synonym.
Not the spice.
Synonym.
All right. It's like there or there.
There.
You know what they
Synonym.
are.
Synonym.
Synonym.
When I was looking up that Flying Eagle on my phone, the guy goes, "What site you looking at?" And I told him
CJ.
thecoinprices.org, and he went, "Oh."
What has got a cat named Archie?
He knew I was educated because I had the website.
There. I typed it. I can type it. Not a homonym. It's those gay words.
Synonym.
And
Synonym.
mononyms. Synonym. There it is.
CJ said cinnamon.
Way back in the day, I had a dishwasher from Egypt. He taught me how to wear an Egyptian, and I can pick that up, right? I can say Abuga Moose El Mankus. It's real easy, which means her butt is big like a water buffalo.
Oh my god.
But cinnamon
I gotta learn that.
gives me a little trouble.
A boogamoose?
Abuga Moose El Mankus.
A boogamoose el mancus.
And then you spit at the ground. Abuga Moose El Mankus.
A pitui.
Apparently, water buffaloes aren't that hot, even in Egypt.
Oh man, that made my stomach hurt. Special.
And I think if you can get your head wrapped around mechanical doubling or machine doubling, and if you can get dye deterioration figured out, that's going to be the biggest obstacles to identifying these dye varieties.
Indeed.
Hatuktala Zugzug.
However, we may want to clarify you can have MD or dye deterioration on a double dye coin. Just so that, you know, people know we're aware of that.
There it is. Nikto Barada Klaatu.
Oh gosh, Ken, are you gonna be able to keep this stream up?
I'm probably going to stop and go eat something.
I mean, you know,
I'm starting to rumble.
this is broadcast all over the world, so I'm not sure what you just said, but should I be offended?
That means Gort, Klaatu is down and don't destroy the world.
Oh,
You
okay.
got ambulance.
Wambulance, I know, I love that.
Right there.
He has a Loomis truck too. Well, it's not really a Loomis, but it's a money truck.
Coin Busters.
Coin Busters, I love that, Blues.
You got a license plate on it?
You need to get another one that says Cambulance.
I'm still working on getting the correct decals for it.
It's a Camaro. They already got those.
Yeah, but that's actually the the
Oh.
Ghostbusters ambulance.
I love that. Camaro. Yeah,
Yeah,
Camaro.
ambulances and Camaros.
Camaro. There
Yeah,
you go.
as soon as I get the decals for them, then I got some of those are going to be going to places.
Gosh, I want to take the label off of
Let me
this.
moving out. Motorizing.
Yeah.
You never saw Caveman with Ringo Starr? No. We were brought up in a cage.
Yes, beautiful.
And then I'm starting to get a whole collection of these.
Now that's a ambulance right there.
Oh, guess what? That label peeled up on that. I'll show you. I couldn't help myself.
Are you playing with staples again?
No, I wanted to see what the reverse of this. Ooh,
Seahawks
don't look
ticket?
at me. Don't look at me.
No.
Reverse of that coin that I got for my son, or token. It's a token. He loves the Seattle Seahawks. So I will just gently replace that. I'm glad I didn't ruin it. He wouldn't have known any difference if it had come all the way off, but I would have. It's actually a manufacturer's coupon. Save 50 cents when you purchase one 6-pack, half-liter, 16.9-ounce bottle of Dasani. But it's expired, so I can't use the coupon.
It's water. They're selling it for how much?
I don't know. It doesn't say how much.
The
It just
coupon's
says
like $20 off.
It's a 50-cent coupon.
Okay. So,
But good. It was killing me not knowing what the other side looked like.
Just had to play with it.
I had to. I'm like, he'll never know. He'll never know. What, Cindy?
I said, I'm proud of you. You lasted an hour.
I know I did, but it's been sitting here right next to me. I haven't taken my eyes off of it. I've been actually popping the bubbles in the wrap just to like keep my fingers occupied. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, Frank said, wow, you never saw Caveman with Ringo Starr. Oh, I did see that. That was fantastic when he fell in the poop, the dinosaur poop. Caveman, that's Grants Pass High School. That's our mascot, the Caveman. We have like big statues of cavemen when you first enter Grants Pass. Big, huge statues of cavemen.
I think I've seen that movie. It's when they
It
had
actually-
that great big giant egg.
Yes. Yes. It was not a kids movie. there were some kind of, the men, kind of like to procreate. But it was hysterical. I haven't thought about that movie in years. That I'm gonna have to see if I can find that.
The kids' movies aren't even rated for kids.
I know, right? What you got? Does it go all the way, Ken?
no, it's just a
No?
regular old die crack is all this is. But I happen to keep it. Well, I got it. I got it cataloged as SDCR, which is die crack #1, because it's the only one I got. And it starts at the rim here. It's very thin, tiny. Goes through and seems to get lost up in here somewhere. That's all it is. Well, should that be documented or not? It is pretty minor. Can you find the same one though?
I don't know. I'm weird like that. I like those.
I do too.
No. But there's no database that has all these die cracks in there.
And those are a great place for kids to start, Those are a great place for kids to start.
And some of these they don't exist. You don't know what they are. There's no record of it. So Let's add a record of it.
There you go.
That's what I do. I go through these coins, look at them, find something undocumented, never seen before.
You never run out of things to find.
Never. Van Allen and Mollis went through those dollar coins, and they found hundreds of varieties, and a lot of them were just die cracks.
Hey, Lewis.
Hi, Lewis.
Just die cracks. That's what this is.
What's going on, cheapskate?
He said it was worth their time to document, and now people collect them.
Yeah.
Cheapskate.
How's everybody in your household feeling there, Lewis? Hopefully healthy.
It seemed like a bunch of people got sick the last 10 days.
Oh boy, I'll tell you.
Summertime. It's so
Yeah.
Must be that internet disease going around.
It's a virus.
It's a virus. Oh, goodness. Oh, I set you up for that one, didn't I?
Careful what you click on.
Remember, we all grew up in the times of Faces of Death movies.
Oh my God.
Like when they got the monkeys and they put them at the table and they hit them with the hammers and then open it up and eat the brains. Yeah.
Oh, and the puppies. Oh my God.
We had the Highway of Death in driver training. Man, people are just burned up in their cars from crashing and burned on the highway. Yeah. You show it nowadays, and all those cupcakes are gonna need some space, some safe places.
Yeah.
I need a safe space. Send counselors. You can't teach them, and they can't drive as a result. These kids can't drive. Get them off my roads. Yeah, times have changed over the past 30, 40, 50 years. Well, anyway, there it is. That's what we do. We hunt for new dye varieties and record them. And we find some dye varieties, and they're already recorded. Well, geez, now you have one, and you can attribute it correctly, use those markers, everything we learned. And you say, I have one of those too. Well, good. Then you start to come up with populations and counts. And some of these dye varieties are pretty darn scarce. How many of those 10 S's have you got with the inverted S over the inverted S?
One.
You got one, and I think 11 other people have one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because only a dozen are known. Well, geez, you put a little hype behind that, and that coin should jump through the roof. You got CJ over there going through eBay, putting together a complete set of snow varieties on Flying Eagle scents for 1957, and he's finding them. And they have the numismatic power behind them to drive up that price. And he's getting them for a third of the value that they're worth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's killing it.
I'm still waiting for the cops to show up and arrest him for stealing.
You can pay a lot of people a lot of money because you are ripping them off.
Oh, boy.
But there's stuff out there. I got to get through these Morgans, and then I'll sell these off. Kind of neat. People want the coins, so we get the coins, but I get to look at them first. See if we find anything. Oh, look, we got some die crack up in the pluribus. Yeah. You jump up and down. A lot of these are going to be pretty minor and don't really draw much of a premium. A lot of them draw no particular premium. Plenty keep looking, recorded. Because there's somebody out there who's got one just like it, and now they can look and say, "Aha, I have that same coin."
What's today? Saturday?
Is it?
Yep.
We're gonna
All
be
day.
show tomorrow.
Who's streaming tonight? Who's on tonight?
You turns out you're going on at 8 o'clock Eastern and showing us your collection of ambulances. Is that right? I might be
Yeah,
wrong.
I need to get with that guy. I haven't heard nothing from him. He said he can make the special the decals for him that are for the Hot Wheels and to scale.
Oh gosh, that's a shame. There's a scratch on that one. Yes.
I had one dealer try to talk me into buying a whole bunch of scrap silver at $18.90 an ounce.
Yeah, you want to pay more than melt on these, and take a lot of it, and save it until the price goes up. Say what?
Like $18.90 at $19. No, I ain't paying that. I ain't paying that.
He bought it 2 weeks ago for $8 because he only pays $8 from the general public.
Yeah. But he had a bunch of silver coins in bags.
Yeah.
$1,000 face value of Mercs.
Man, they used to drive that. They used to fill up dump trucks with silver and haul it off to the smelter.
Oh no, excuse me, $100 face value of Mercs. He was asking $1,000 for it.
That's a bunch of Mercs. Oh, I've got one here.
And that's probably not a bad price because that's only 10 times. The stupid guy on what's that? Craigslist, he pays 12 times.
Yeah. Oh, dropped it. Every now and then you go through these coins and you find one. And you look at it and you say, hey, man, those are split serifs on that coin. All right, let me get the camera here.
Yeah, cheapskate, but I didn't have $1,000 to buy him. Well, I could have if I didn't make a house payment and a truck payment and a whole bunch of other payments.
Priorities. Sometimes they suck.
Yeah, I kind of like having a place to live.
Yeah.
All I got to do is pay my property taxes every year, and I can keep my place to live.
Yeah, who needs a house and a truck? Oh. Well, after looking at everything, it looked like I got a couple of good deals. I got that Type 2
Yeah, that's great.
nickel, and then that 72S silver Ike. But I needed that for my book,
Yeah.
There you go.
for my Ike collection. Now I'm working on 12 books instead of 11. It never stops.
It doesn't have to.
Go with it, man.
I'm gonna have to win the lottery to complete all these books.
That could
I
happen.
got $4 last week.
You did?
Yeah,
You're getting closer.
I'm pretty stoked. It only cost me $5 for the ticket.
Yeah, I was just going to say it cost you $5 to play, didn't it? Hey, even a small win in a lottery is a huge victory.
Take what you can get. What's this one?
I could do about that Monday morning. Monday when I get up.
Chin, die crack, left neck, 62. What you got?
Cindy's awful quiet. She just hanging out listening.
She's just hanging out.
Yeah, I'm here.
There's a little die chip on an Ohio quarter. Pretty darn minor. Well, if you get the time, you record something that minor, and it should be a die crack right there from the nape of the neck going to the cue. They record the spitting horse, right? Well, this is even bigger than the spitting horse. So why would the spitting horse have some value, but this would not? Well, record it. It doesn't take long to take a couple of pictures and put it on a list.
Yeah, half of the stuff that they document and the other half, some of it don't make sense.
It's hype.
Well, I'm going to record it all. That's what
Yeah.
we're gonna do. There it
Yeah,
is.
cheapskate. I've heard that before. It's a tax on the poor. I get my ticket every week, and
Yeah, but it's a voluntary tax. They can choose not to pay. No, I never waste money on those tickets. My mother lets me get one lottery ticket a week, and usually I get the $2 ticket. That's enough, for a chance. A number of times I played, I'm really quite surprised I haven't won yet.
I hardly ever play the scratchers, but I'll get the draw ticket.
No,
Why not? It's $485 billion. Yep, here's my buck.
Right?
We went to $1 billion a couple of years back. We got a bunch of us together, probably 25, 30 people working at a restaurant, so it was no problem. We collected, I don't know, $200-300 and bought a bunch of tickets, and we won a little bit. But if you're splitting it 25, 30 times, we get like $1.50 back. Hey, it was fun.
Yeah. All I know, if I ever hit the lottery, you'll never see me again.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll be around.
What happened to Blues? Blues is gone.
Me and Tina, he bought an island in the Pacific. Yep, a fishing boat.
I'll be around. I'll just be showing better coins. That's all.
Put a Lamborghini on that island.
Georgia, Florida line someplace. Always wanted to live down there.
The Florida-Georgia line?
Yeah, somewhere down.
It's overrated, man. It's all mosquitoes. Trust me on this. I know what I'm talking about. Alligators and snakes and scorpions and spiders,
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my.
chickens, hippies. It's tough out there.
And that's just Kent.
Well, we got all that here, but the alligators.
Yeah, I'll send you some. I don't get them in the backfield. I get everything else, dude. Boars, deer. I can stock the freezer just with what's walking through the backfield in a day.
Armadillo.
Don't shoot the hippies. Yeah, we got the mushrooms, them red mushrooms with the white spots. That's what draws the hippies. We got
The silly shrooms.
silly. Yeah, they'll make you silly, all right. You can eat them about once. I guess there's a way you prepare them. I'm not sure what that is, though.
I don't know. Dry them out, I think. I don't know.
You cook them, you make some sort of a broth, and you dance them on a fire and sip it. And dude, you're gonna talk to Jesus. And he's gonna talk back. Yep.
Yeah, I did them one time when I was a teenager, and I had a Duran Duran poster that was talking back at me, and I never did them again.
Whoa.
I know.
I figure when I retire, 65, 70 years old, I'm gonna start taking all those psychotropic drugs because hey, what can I lose, Can't hurt. Let's try that one. I think the drug dealers would do well to hit up the nursing homes rather than the high school.
Oh my God.
The nursing home, geez, they can't get around so much. They might have a good time. I had a dream last night. I got up and took 4 steps, but it was just the drugs. They love it.
Oh my gosh, Ken.
Yeah. Cut short their young life. And they got the money. The high school kids ain't got the money. Go sell the old nursing homes. That's quality of life right there. The community.
Lewis, you're going to start rumors now.
I usually hang around just to pick up chicks because them old ladies, they got one foot in the grave. They got their husband's estate, right? And they just want one more fling before they check out.
Oh, you do not.
That's where I come in.
Is that why you moved to Florida?
What's that?
Is that why you moved to Florida?
Yep, it's a sea of gray out there.
Just sea of gray.
Oh, goodness.
every Tuesday is Senior Citizens Day. So I take the other 6 days off.
Around here, you just have to go to Sizzler on a Sunday.
Shroomer rumors.
Shroomer rumors.
All right, guys. Look, I'm getting. It's time for me to take a nap. I think I've got to clean up my desk. I've got to get some work done here.
I do too.
I started to get some work done, but that went to hell real quick. Yep. Look, I had a good
I
time.
think out there it was done.
You know better than that, Ken.
All right. I'll play Parcheesi for a few minutes and then take a nap and then come back and do exactly what I'm doing now. Go
Yeah.
to the cords, sort them out, clean up the desk, and just stuffing them into whatever box is handy.
I'm not cleaning that desk.
I got an issue.
Playing.
begin
He's not
with.
playing nothing.
You're just moving stuff from one cluttered area to another.
Sometimes I do actually make some progress.
Yeah.
Get the stuff picked up, put away, in place, and go from there.
All right. I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody.
All right, everyone.
Have a good day.
Stay groovy.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, thanks for stopping in. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to Cindy and Blues and Spitfire and Cheapskate and Art and Coin Dragon and all these other good folks out there. Yep, they won't lead you wrong. I'm going to take off. See you later.